50 million views. You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show. The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
I hope you hang your mother, shit bum. This country
I don't
sucks.
understand the storytelling behind Becky. She taps Masuka, is randomly put in the RR by Finley, is suspended but shows up to every show, has a hurt leg before and after but no cells during attack. Puts hand behind back and smiles. She's not SCSA.
Baby bird style.
50 million views.
Who wants to go? Call the show. I'll fuck your ass!
Who's hot for that?
I want to kill myself!
Who's hot for that show, guys?
Sucks, I tell you!
It is what it is.
Joe Cronin Show.
We'll talk about it in a second. What's up, guys? I hope you got your beers ready, because the only thing that's curing this throat has been alcohol and medicine. I'd like to do both, to be honest. I'd like to do both with you here, because I like both, man. I like both of these fucking things. So, we're about to start up, man. What's up in the chat? What did you guys think of WWE Elimination Chamber? Let me see those ratings. Try to get Skype up right now so I can get Mr. Jake DeMarco in the house. Try to get the calls on tonight so we can take your phone calls tonight about what you guys thought of Elimination Chamber. We're just going to let some more people get in here for the party, for the review. All right? I see you guys. What's up? All donations are on as always. We'll take phone calls. WWE Elimination Chamber. Was it good?
We puffin' blunts all day and every single night. Everything we do, always make the news. Damn, tell me what a brother really gotta do. Shout out to Foul Mouth.
There he is.
They keep it real like a real motherfucker do.
Let me mute him real quick.
Anthony Brown, you keep at
fucking
me,
Skype took forever to load it.
Yeah, everybody loved Joe Cronin, but before the fame, nobody ever noticed. Now he's on top, where he belongs, making shows almost every night, hours long, drinking whiskey and always banging songs. Joe's got a following that you can not clone.
Hey Jake, I'm on the wrong Skype, so I'm gonna hang up. Switch Skype.
Holla at my fam, I wanted because he got a plan. He comes swinging through the hood like he Tarzan. Everything we do, you would think it's planned. We come from the land of camels and desert sand. Vanessa, that I think she got a nice ass. And Bex, well, you got big bad ads. And Leah, I don't want to disrespect her. Just know, Joe, that you're a lucky. All
right, so that was WWE Elimination Chamber, man. You know, it is honestly, it is what we thought it was going to be, which was just a drive-by show, a drive-by pay-per-view. I will give them credit for putting on that show at the end. You know, I mean, there was a toss-up, an argument whether the women could have gone last. You know, you would have thought they almost would have because of the whole, you know, first tag belts ever or whatever. But I think they made the right decision based on how they booked the end of the night and what they did. You know, unless they, I thought something crazy was going to happen at the end, but you know, the something crazy that happened, instead of somebody coming from under the ring or something like that, the something fucking crazy happening was the fact that Kofi Kingston did go to the end. And this is what we thought was going to happen with Mustafa Ali. So now we know they were 100% going to do that. But with Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali was going to go the distance with Bryan in an epic battle like that. That's exactly what was going to happen. Mustafa Ali would have eliminated Samoa Joe. It all makes sense, but he got hurt. So Kofi stepped in and became the Mustafa Ali of this shit. You know, and it's kind of fucking hilarious. So that's ended up being what it was, man. All the people that thought, you know, that was a work and Mustafa wasn't really hurt and that type of stuff. You know, he was, you know, and that's what happened. So it's, you know, to me, it's really interesting that that's how it went down, man. And, you know, I get it. I definitely get it. So, it was fucking crazy, man. We got those answers is what happened. Other than that, it was a fairly blah show. And, of course, the crowd wasn't very good until the end. They really got in at the end, man. There's so much to talk about as far as the end and how they booked this as a wrestling match and what they did. But other than that, there's not a whole lot to talk about. It was a drive-by pay-per-view as always. But Kofi did a good job of sliding into Mustafa Ali's spot. Let's hear from you guys on the Jono Nation. No, I'm just kidding. Some guy called it the Jono Nation. I said, that's the fucking lamest thing I've ever heard of. I will never say that again, I promise. But no, I do want to hear the donations is what I wanted to say, really. What's up, donations?
About to get it, man.
Fucking weird.
About to get it, man. Here we go. Here we go. Oh!
Here we go.
Only good part. My wife going Sandman on Rousey and Charlotte Flair.
Oh, man, your wife's beating the shit out of people.
And the men's chamber. Surprised Usos won. Miss Maurice another baby.
Yeah.
3 out of 10.
You know, I thought they were going to use that as an angle, and Maurice was going to come out and get hit in the belly. I was like, oh, no, they're not doing that, are they? Fade to Black, thank you so much for the $5, Fade to Black. I appreciate that shit. I'm going to see if I can trigger Jake's sounds here, and I'm going to hook up my phone so we can get you guys to call in tonight at 339-226-6610. So let me just sign into my other Skype. Fade to Black, thanks, man. Yeah, no, they did, man. I was invested. I can't believe it. They did a great job with that main event.
Shit bomb.
At least the final two.
You people really thought that Vince was going to let a black win the WWE Championship. Think again,
no.
We all know all Vince uses black people for is for the jukin and jive, and you crack a motherfucking jive motherfuckers. He uses black people for good fried chicken.
Oh my god. Naya Open Legs Dance. Thank you, Naya Open Legs Dance, for that donation. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, you know, they did a good job of making it convincing, you know. And had Mustafa not been injured, maybe they would push him further. Maybe this will open a door.
Give me a hell yeah!
I don't know.
Outside of the 2 Elimination Chamber matches, this was a typical Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I mean, you're right. But, I mean, that's the whole thing, though. They wanted to feature those matches. But I agree that the pay-per-view could use a little bit more, obviously, because I'm kind of giving it like a 5 out of 10 or a 6 out of 10. Probably a 6 out of 10, just because of the main event, and then the women's was pretty good. Austin, thanks for the donation, Austin. That's not Steve Austin. That's another
Super
Austin.
Chat.
What's up to the chat?
Kofi will be WWE champ by end of 2019.
I mean, he might be after that. After that, I mean, Glorious Eugene, he might have stolen that poor kid's spot. Mustafa Ali, man. Jesus.
Super chat.
If only he didn't get hurt. He needed that shit.
Vince McMahon is more racist than Justin Bailey.
This is what they want, though, you know? William Ritchie, thank you for the $1.99. This is what they want, though, man. They want us to be pissed. They want you to be angry. They knew the double heat, man. I mean, they were going to do it with Mustafa. It wouldn't have worked as well. It worked even better because it was Kofi Kingston. It ended up working even better. It's kind of sick, but it's true. It's sick but true.
Let's beast.
Let's beast. Hey, Jay, can you hear those? Thumbs up, thumbs down. I can't hear you. You're muted. Okay, yeah. All right, Jay can hear the sound, so that's fucking awesome.
You've got a new subscriber.
Princess Brooke. I thought it said Princess Broke, and I was like, well, I'll be your daddy. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm good. I'm married. But seriously, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Joe Cronin Show. Thanks for subscribing. Everybody subscribing down below. Thank you for that. We're all having a party, man. Welcome.
Super chat.
Welcome,
Super
Rizman7 to
I'm
subs.
sorry, but can Vince die already?
Wow, we're already getting the Vince death threats. It's already happening. Holy shit, Jake. We're already getting Vince death threats. This is nutty. What did you think, Jake?
Like you said, pretty blasé night.
Nothing overly exciting and that amazing, but it wasn't horrible either. There was no point in time, excluding the Braun match. That was the only thing I really, really, really didn't care for.
Yeah.
Everything else I was entertained by, at least.
Dude, they could have cut his privates off in the ring and I wouldn't have cared.
I
hate Braun
love
now.
Finn Balor. I didn't care that he won. I'm happy for him in a sense. Maybe this will, reignite some of his, his livelihood in the company. He hasn't really done much for quite some time besides face Brock. I mean, that was big, but
yeah,
that was a death sentence, as we know. I glad he's the Intercontinental Champion, but couldn't give two shits about the match, about the feud, about the angle, and then everything that happened right after with the Braun match. That just continued on and on and on. It just dragged. That was the ultimate bathroom break. Anybody that had to shit was happy. So, besides that, the two chamber matches obviously were the highlights of the night. I'm happy that they had the WWE Championship be put into the main event. And one of my favorite things of the night was so simple, but just the production team using the, recycle logo for the WWE Championship. Did you catch that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Before the match started, they had the
As
Earth
came out.
come up. And no, it was right before the match started. They usually have the little graphic
Oh, no, I didn't
for the
see
WWE
that.
Championship.
No, I missed that. I was talking about the intro video.
No, for the WWE, usually the little graphic comes up when it's a title fight and they show the belt and it kind of like flashes on the screen and does a little animation. Well, this time they had the Earth rotating, and then they had the reduced, reused, recycle sign come up, the green arrows. It turned, and then you saw Daniel Bryan's belt, and it said WWE Championship.
That's fucking hilarious. Wow.
They had their own, vegan intro for the WWE belt. It was pretty funny.
This is my vegan belt. Want to see my vegan belt? So, honestly, to me, there's literally, and I may be wrong, but to me, there's like nothing to talk about besides the women's chamber and the ending chamber. Everything else was
there's
just
no surprises. There's nothing that we didn't predict. I am 100% for this show, which I'm really disappointed in, because they could have had some surprises. I called it for months now with the women's tag belts, and so many people today on Twitter, it doesn't make sense, and I don't understand, why are they going to have faces go again? I said it's just they wanted Sasha and Bayley to be the tag champs for the women since before SummerSlam. We've known this was the plan. They hadn't strayed from it. They built them as such. That was in the stars. That's all there is to it. But when you look at all the talent in they deserve it, Sasha and Bayley.
Yeah,
when
they
you really
really
break it all down.
If they didn't win this, then what are they doing?
Exactly.
Why are
they've been floating for so long. And, kind of the new age pioneers from NXT, they helped, turn the division from the Divas era into women's wrestling again. And besides playing hot potato with Charlotte, Sasha hasn't done anything in the better part of 2 years. Bayley really never got off the ground, as much as she could have.
Right.
She was over with the crowd, but her feud with Alexa went nowhere. It ended up being one of the worst promos on Raw of all time, especially for the women with the This Is Your Life segment. So these two have worked hard, and they put in their dues. They deserved it.
This is your dyke. This
pretty
is
much
your dyke. We got 603 on the phone. Let me put him on, or them on. 603, what's up?
Oh shit, I'm on.
Hell yeah, man! I got the phone numbers working again the right way. So, yeah, man, what's going on?
Yeah, man. It's oh man, I've been watching like 3 years. First time calling.
That's awesome. That's weird. Yeah,
Hell
you get through once after 3 years. Yeah, I'd be like, holy shit. Yeah, but what'd you think of Chamber?
Yeah, no, it's nuts.
That is nuts. It's hard to get through. But now this new thing it's easier to take a call. Yeah, what'd you think of Chamber though?
Honestly, I like both Chamber matches. I kind of saw Bayley and Sasha winning, and the main event, as great as seeing Kofi and Daniel Bryan tear it up at the end, I can't help but feel that should have been Ali's spot.
Well, it was supposed to be, but he got a concussion. If Kofi had won tonight, I would have started thinking, oh shit, Vince changed out Kofi from Mustafa because he was like, wow, we could do something here and give the belt to somebody different instead of Mustafa. But no, Mustafa doesn't get injured, I don't think they pull Mustafa then. So it's Mustafa doing what Daniel Bryan did. So that's fucking crazy. And that's basically what happened there. 603, man, thanks for listening for 3 years, man. I appreciate that, and I'm sorry you never got through before. But speaking of calls, let me take another one. Is this 601? Yo, 601, what's up, man? You're on the air.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man, what's up? What do you got?
Man, Kofi Kingston. The match was so perfect.
I would have cried if Kofi won, I'll tell you, man. I'm not even joking. I was starting to freak out.
I know.
They got my old ass. They got my jaded ass, dude. They actually had me. That's how awesome that was. They actually had me.
It was feasible for him to win in that position. It really was. The way it was built, the way that the match reached that crescendo moment, the crowd swelled, and they truly got behind Kofi. It was that fate in the stars kind of ultimate underdog scenario, and it felt like the right time. It could have worked. It could have been great. Imagine Kofi Kingston going into WrestleMania as the champion.
Oh no!
Him and Daniel Bryan 1-on-1.
I saw it more as like a sidestep. I saw it more as like Kofi wins, but then in the next 2 weeks, Luke Harper and somebody else, and like Daniel wins it back again, and then Kofi gets a rematch, but then Bryan goes on to Mania with the belt. So that's what I really saw that coming, because then it gets them this but whatever. It's not the best thing to let's put the belt on this guy for 2 seconds
for
and then
2
put
weeks,
it back.
yeah. See, that's why if he won, I would want him to stick with it for a while.
But after this builds some kind of legitimacy for Kofi Kingston. There might be people backstage scratching their heads like, oh shit. Or they may just be like, well, that's exactly what we wanted tonight. We got it. Cool. Anyway, on to our regular plans. It could work that way.
Certainly had that feel to it, but as you said before, this was exactly what Mustafa Ali was going to be doing tonight.
Right.
And they're going to be telling more of the story with him for the next few weeks with Daniel Bryan. So I imagine they'll just do it with Kofi instead. But it works. It does. It works.
This thing tonight, though, it really did. And I don't know if it works if Kofi and him have a rematch, and then all of a sudden they're able to get this magic back again. I think part of the magic tonight was just, number one, it was supposed to be Mustafa. Number two, now it's Kofi. And now Kofi, who it's like, well, he's a replacement. So it made it even more believable in a way, because Kofi always gets eliminated at some point, early or whatever the case is. And Mustafa, I did say I believed Mustafa was going to make it to the end with Bryan. It was going to be close, maybe. And that was originally, and then I booked it differently. But then it ended up being Kofi, and it really helped you were like, wow, we're watching something crazy. And then the fact that the moves they hit on with the pace of the crowd and the tone of the match, it all just synced up beautifully. You don't often see that, and it was, I don't know if they'll replicate that, but for tonight, that saved this show from being a piece of shit.
Super
chat. Like a full-on piece of shit.
Pleasantly surprised 6/10.
Pleasantly surprised 6 out of 10. Gooner Chiefs fan, I'm not joking. I would probably give this about the same, only because I would go back and watch the women's and that main event, maybe.
Vince hates black people 5/10.
0 Kaiba, thanks for the 5 out of 10. Vince hates blacks. It might be true if they can't dance. Kofi can dance, though, so I'm always confused by that. But, that's Vince for you.
I want to slap the fucking black off his face.
Oh, no.
Kofi, you fucking idiot. You had the match won. Why take the unnecessary risk?
Yeah, he did. He went for it all, man. He hit that. It was full-on Superfly off the top of that cage. Joe Compton. What's up, Joe Compton? The Renegade. Yo, Renegade, thank you.
All you have to do is, get arrested for disorderly conduct and obstruction of justice, and you're a WWE Tag Team Champion, baby. That's all there is to it.
He didn't really do much. He just took his shirt off and said, "Come bring it, motherfucker."
Yeah, granted, it wasn't a huge deal, but it's just funny, look at the whole scenario.
Fuck it. Look at what Vince
What's
has
wrong
done.
with your throat, Joe?
I'm sick, dude. Where the fuck have you been, dude? I mean, Monetize This 200 was canceled last week, for Christ's sake. Mo Cox Show. What's up, Mo Cox? Dude, Monetize This. My 3 kids all had fevers. Other people were sick. People couldn't get here. It was fucking nuts, dude. It was insane, Mo Cox Show. But
all at once.
Monetize this might be this week. I don't even know. Leah's grandfather just passed away, and the funerals and shit are all that. It's the worst timing for that. But I don't care. Obviously that's got to come first. But I think that I don't know what we'll do. I don't know yet. But monetize this 200 should be Friday, I think. So hopefully that's the case of what it is. And right now on the phone we got 856. What's up, 856?
What's up? This is Luke Rojas.
Luke Rojas?
Yeah.
Oh, Luke, what's up? Luke Rojas. Been a long time, man. What's up?
It's been a long time since you said that.
It's been a long time. So what's up, brother?
I'll tell you what. This pay-per-view started off being mediocre. What the fuck? What's going on?
Is that your phone or is something going on?
No, it sounds like there's like... If this is my phone, I'm sorry. I'm going to kill myself.
Oh, is your phone plugged in?
No, it's not. I've taken calls already, too, so it's not me.
It was weird. Must have been something
My bad, Luke Rojas. My bad, motherfucker. What's up, guys? What's up to the chat? How you guys doing? What'd you think of Elimination Chamber? People are sounding off with super chats. You guys can also donate the better way by going over to the description box of my video below. And if you go down below there, you can see the way to get all the cool alerts that are all listed in the description way down below. All the cool alerts that are there that people do, they're down here. By the way, I want to shout out to the major patrons: Bryan, Himmelfarb, Justin McNeil, the Gorilla Strong, the Bear, Nikki T, the Goon, Schleppy, TNA, Better Than WWE, Just Call Me Luke, NullDeath, ABELsalasJR, Bad Omen, WoolhatDemon, Shell, AruShinchu, and Lemon. Those are all people that have donated over $3K over the 5-6 years I've been on the air. And the associate producers of Patron: Bryan Himmelfarb, Justin McNeil, Gary Metzler, Jabroni, Jabber Podcast, Mikey Too Crikey, Big Bad Ads, General Armstrong, Nikki J, Frog Kid, Ryan Pelletier, Bulldog Club, Coop the Comedian, The Bear, and Vito of Doom, Vito, CJ Bradley, and more names. And also Jared Barron. Jared Barron now being added to that list. I got to get him up there, actually.
With
still.
the Baron Bombs.
The Baron Bombs. But yeah, you just go down below and you go to the Streamlabs section. Some people ask me about this. So you just got to go to Streamlabs. If you use PayPal, it saves us all money. Streamlabs, you click on it right there, and then you'd be good. All the donations are linked way down below. And that's it. People wanted an explanation why it's different than Super Chats, and that's why. So I thought both matches got really much better by the end of them, the women's and obviously the men's.
Yeah.
The endings were like the last few minutes were good, but you did need the first, half hour to 45 minutes or whatever the hell it's been.
Yeah, you needed that initial, slog at times to get to the exciting parts, granted. And
they ended up being well-paced is what I'm trying to say. They were well-paced matches.
Yes. It had, a good ebb and flow. Unfortunately, with the women's, there was quite a lot of botches. It didn't ruin the experience entirely as it does typically, but yeah, there was quite a few missteps and times that they missed each other where you could just tell that things didn't time out properly.
The only one I can think of is when Bayley ducked under Nia. It just didn't look like she really needed to get out of the way.
Oh, when she charged through the pod?
Yeah, she just kind of like ducked her.
And boo-fooed herself through it? Yeah.
Yeah, it looked kind of weird, but it wasn't that bad. I honestly, you'd have to remind me of a botch because I don't remember.
It was nothing major. Like I said, it was just little moments and moves where they'd go to hit each other, and you could tell, like, this is supposed to happen, but they didn't quite time up. The Iconics did it at one part when they were going to face, I think it was DeVille, and they went in for, I think it was like a midsection kick, and she just backs up, and then they kind of just stand there for a few seconds before redoing the move. Just things like that.
I missed it.
It was nothing like a huge detractor, but it was just enough to be noticed.
All right, well, I'll give you two real examples, you fuck, because I think you hate women. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, the Nia Jax thing, like I said, the duck, it was kind of bad. And the other thing was the referee.
There was no reason for her to go through the pod at that point. The way she...
Well, there was. That was led to the end of their fucking whole thing.
No. But I'm saying, like, in realism sense, because the way she was running, she could have stopped herself. Bayley, I think Bayley moved too soon.
Bayley should have been, like, up against the glass, though, almost. And she should have just hit the deck or something.
It just made Nia look like a,
Nia's an idiot.
Bull.
That's the 500th time Nia's run into something for no reason. But no, the other one was the referee counted 3 on Sasha Banks.
On Sasha, yeah.
The fuck was that? Like, that was weird.
Was huge.
Like, that was really weird.
Yeah.
It was really bad. Like, it was really bad. Like,
and there's sometimes where you get confused because certain refs do it where they count the shoulders down, then they go 1, 2. No, this was a clear 3 count. Yeah, I think they were waiting for somebody, again, like I said, to either break up a pinfall or kick out, and it just Mandy just caught it at the end though for the the kick out for the 2 for the save, so that worked nicely. But as you said with both matches, when you got to the end, the final 2 either teams or performers, that's when it went through the roof and everything was extremely exciting.
Yeah, it was really good. And again, like the rest of the pay-per-view was immediately forgettable to me. Yo, let's go over to 207. 207, what's up? Shit. 207, you there?
Hello.
Yo, man, you're on. Hey, what's up?
You're live.
What's good?
What's up, man?
Hey, I've been watching y'all since 2013.
Holy shit, man. That's like right when I started. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, man.
All right. I watched the highlights for the Chamber tonight. It wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that bad?
Honestly, honestly they should have just shock everybody. Just let Kofi win.
Yeah, I mean they really wanted us to feel that way though. Yeah, you got to give it to them. Like they really wanted us to get mad at Bryan and mad.
Yeah, they wanted to pack in the emotion as much as possible, and especially since Bryan wasn't cheating or using any, nefarious tactics. Really, they really needed to have that emotional level injected into the match.
Yeah, man, people really wanted Kofi. They did that, man. That was insane, dude. I mean, I was like legit starting to get hyped up for Kofi. This was like Mark Henry's retirement. I was like, his fake retirement. I was like, oh man, no man, Mark.
It could have been epic because it was like Black History Month. I should shock everybody.
Well, a lot of people were saying he was going to win.
He probably would get his what's his name? Gosh.
Well, dude, a lot of people were saying he was. Well, yeah, a lot of people thought that he was going to win tonight because of Black History Month. I was like, well, that would be shitty, It'd be better if he just won it because he's awesome instead of
because he deserves it rather than it being a trope, essentially.
Because Vince would do that. It's like,
action
Vince finally gave it to a guy. He should have gave it to him already, but
I don't know if I'd want Kofi in this state to win, though.
Like anytime someone's getting loved by the fans, they always get buried. Like we did to Rusev, like Rusev Day, he was doing good, and then it just buried him because he was supposed to get popular.
Yeah, you go down the list, man, of like all the people that they buried, like Rusev, Wade Barrett. Look at fucking Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger. Thanks for the call, by the way, buddy. Nice call, man. Thanks for listening all those years. And
you piece of shit.
What's up, Prayish? Yeah, man,
the list grows.
Speaking of Ty Dillinger, here he comes.
You shall receive.
You're gonna receive a little of the Perfect 10. Where is he?
Sup, Joe and Jake.
What's up?
Okay, show tonight. Women's chamber match was predictable but good. Tag match was May. Finn champ. Becky went savage. And Bryan still the Lacey come out for 10 seconds was dumb as hell. Respect to Kofi. 5/10.
Dude, what in the world? Triple Gaming, thanks for the donation of $10. When Lacey Evans came out for like 10 seconds, Triple Gaming, thank you. I really believed that they were like setting up something in the ring and it was like a distraction or something. What the fuck was the point in her coming out there? It was ridiculous.
I was really confused. Yeah, it made no sense.
What was that? Yo, Jet, what's up, Jet?
Goddamn, I know Kofi took Mustafa Ali role, but how awesome would have been if Kofi won.
Yeah, man. Everyone felt that way. I think it worked even better with Kofi. If they were trying to do that with Mustafa Ali, it would have worked a little bit.
Kofi's got more, dedication with the fans and probably more people behind him. But I don't know if it would have been as emotionally captivating and enthralling as it was with Kofi and Mustafa Ali been there.
Yeah, no.
But I think they still would have gotten him over. The crowd still would have been excited.
Yeah.
What's the greatest nation in the world? Joe Nation. How about all you cheap fucks in the Become a Member?
Oh, Brett the Shitman Fart calling on the Joe Nations in the chat. The donations. The Joe Nations. A lot of Joe Nations going on, man. Brett the Shitman Fart, thanks for dropping $5 and being a big $5 Jonator. You're a Jonator, man. You're a fucking Jonator. You're a member of the Cran Club almost with that shit. Brett the Shitman Fart, one of the best names in the fucking community, in the JCS Army. You're a beast on Patreon, by the way. I had an epic Corrupted the other night. If you missed it, I'm going to play a little bit of it later.
Here we go, about to get it, man.
Great show the other day.
Here we go.
Chlorocat, Meowth.
After the Becky and Rousey and Charlie spot, I'm 100% sure it will be a triple threat match.
Oh yeah,
At Mania.
Come on, everyone's been saying that, I just don't want it. I didn't want it to be, but yeah, it was obvious back then for everybody. I just didn't want to believe it, but now it's real. It's just they're
definite.
doing it.
Like I said again, that's been planned for ages as well at this point. And
right.
It's hard to fight against. I'm to go back a little bit, I'm not sure I'd want Kofi as champion with him the way he is in the New Day. I think I'd like to see him branch off on his own.
I want the real Kofi that I can do this. Like Shawn Michaels breaking out of his heel with the Boyhood Dream. I want Kofi to break out.
Here we go, about to get it, man. Here we go.
This is so true.
Why does Baron Corbin look like a blackjack dealer?
I'm so old. I'm so old school. Thanks. Well, the best thing is Cory Graves dresses the same way, kind of, but more weird. So him and Corbin can go to the blackjack tables and double team Carmella. So how about that? First person to come out tonight, Carmella. It's like fucking dude. Come on.
And people booing her. That's why I had said on Twitter it was okay for the Usos, but not for Carmella. Basically,
yeah, they should have been booing Cory. Cory's the dickhead. He's the one who's like,
but they're booing,
"Hey, honey, I'll be home soon."
Be man, get arrested, win titles. Be woman, sleep with announcer, get booed. Thought be gone.
Again, we don't know
what it comes down to.
We don't know the personal life, and I do feel bad. We don't know what's going on, but it does seem like Cory's a fuckhead, but we don't know. Maya Loveless, thank you for subbing to the channel. Give you a thumbs up for that.
I despise cheaters, as much as the next guy, but it's again, that's their personal life and their business. When it comes down to everything, though, you figure the Usos that was arrested publicly.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Below one IC belt, sign of the horns, sign of the horns, sign of the horns, sign of the horns, sign of the horns.
Balor won the belt, baby. Balor won the belt. Thanks for the donation, man.
Super chat.
WWE needs to stop the Royal Rumble. It sucks bad.
What? Harold Thomas, are you on drugs? Okay, I don't like how all these things happen after the Rumble, I'll say that. But I love the Rumble. I just wish it meant as much as it used to.
Here we go.
Yeah. Harold, thanks, man. Yo, Donnie M, what's up, Donnie?
Do we really believe Kofi Kingston deserves to be a WWE World Champion? Come on now.
Donnie M, thanks, man. Dude, with what they did tonight, he put on he had more cheers for him than most people on the roster right now. So, not really believing that, but, it's pretty fucking close. Yep, 62,000 subs. We just hit it. Thank you guys for that. Salute you. JD was defending Graves. Well, of course, they're both cheaters, so he would defend him. Yeah, they wreck homes. Yeah, except that he's the woman. And then he wrecked that woman. So, come on. Do you really think that JD... Dude, the guy lives... I can't even fucking believe that's true. That's so funny. Well, it makes perfect sense, though, doesn't it? Why wouldn't you defend it? Fuck women,
Here we go, about to get it, man. Here we go. Oh, no.
What's up, AJ?
Kofi and Bryan goat. Braun is buried. Eugene Cory had an orgasm twice.
Yeah.
Bobby gave his little brother AWHOOPEN 2 new tag champs.
Wow.
Okay, show 6/10.
6 out of 10. That's about where I was going to land with this thing. I think I might drop to 5/10, but it was a pretty good... it's weird. AJ Watson, thanks for the $5. It's weird that this show tonight was kind of 70% of this show sucked to me for the most part. Wasn't very good. I was kind of interested when Becky came out and the dude, she beat the shit out of people with those crutches. Like fucking like Ronda's head was bleeding everywhere and shit.
Yeah,
like,
I want to talk more about that, but
Yeah,
you know,
let me go grab my coffee real quick, Jake. You can go into that. I'll put you on here. I'll pause that real quick.
Yeah, I heard a lot. So many people say, "Oh, I'm already sick of the Becky gimmick last week," and they were tired of it. And the problem is that I still like Becky. I still like her being the man, but they are really heavily throwing basic logic out the window at this point. I mean, they always have their hashtag WWE logic moments, as we say, but this has gotten a little bit, too extreme. With her coming in, she's suspended, so then she's able to show up multiple times. So what's the point of the suspension? Then she did this at a house show, so they put it up on, WWE's Twitter, their YouTube, all this stuff. Oh, they honestly report Charlotte re-injures Becky's knee at a house show when Becky came out to assault Charlotte. Okay, so she's suspended. She shows up at the house show, so any fan can just jump in the ring at this time. I get it, I do, but it's very silly, and you figure they would have things better planned out. I was hoping we didn't see Becky at all tonight. I did like her attacking with the the crutches, but yet again, I mean, I just either they got there a different way or she wasn't suspended, just injured. I mean, they really need to pick and choose here and be careful. Having her be injured, suspended, and not in the match. I mean, there's too many, cards at play, and it's really, really easy to mess this all up and have people just not care at all. It's not taking much, they're asking you a bit too much to suspend your disbelief at this point in time. And I already said before, they're going to get to a point where they lose more fans than they're able to get back in time for Mania. They're already pushing people away. There was a huge outcry and negative reaction to Charlotte replacing Becky at Mania. And a lot of people took it to heart and said, oh, that's it. I want to cancel the network, or I'm not going to continue watching, or, I'm taking a break for a bit. I kind of don't blame anybody that said that. Yeah, you work yourself over. You get worked up. You can make your mark comments if you'd like. But realistically, when it comes to Charlotte, she gets put into to these situations time and time again. It's not something that you want to see. Most often, we want to see people earn their opportunities. Asuka had to have multiple matches to get into the triple threat originally, and we see Charlotte just get placed there. That's when the whole man gimmick started, and that's the reason why. Okay, you want to have it once, that's fine, but at this point, it's just it's nonstop. We just can't get it to come to a head. So we knew the triple threat was going to happen. I think there were just better creative choices for them to get there and do so. And unfortunately, I am just genuinely worried that they're taking the heat away from Becky and Ronda Rousey. Ronda now no longer feels like the ultimate badass that she was built up to be, because they're putting so much on Charlotte at this point. I'm genuinely worried, and I hope that the interest for WrestleMania is still going to be as prevalent as it was when Becky won the Rumble. To me, the match at Mania doesn't feel as special as it did, and I'm no longer as excited as I was for it when they went ahead and, they announced it after Mania. We're going to see Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey. I was all about that. Anticipation was a 10 out of 10 for me. And I was hoping that they would stray away from the triple threat. As Joe and I have said before, we don't care for triple threat matches. They're usually a bit of a mess and hard to pull off successfully. And unfortunately, that's what we're getting. We knew this for a while now. That was their plan. They didn't want to have the show of shows without either woman being involved. Granted, that's okay, though. If it works, it works. Hopefully I'm wrong. If I am wrong, I'll admit it and I'll apologize. But hopefully they can put on a good show. I mean, the women can work. But tonight we get, Ruby Riott destroyed in a minute and I believe 40 seconds. I made a joke on Twitter saying, well, thank you, Ruby, you had a good showing, but it's just disappointing. I was expecting a bit more from that. They're just, at what cost are you going ahead and burying all the other talent just to build up these three? Ronda didn't need to squash her, I feel. It didn't have to be a knockdown, drag-out fight like it was previously, with other combatants, but it still should have been a bit more than a minute and 40 seconds. And I realized they wanted to go ahead and get to the Charlotte and Becky part of the angle, but I feel like Ruby had a great disservice against her tonight. And, in the long term, if Ronda doesn't stay, full-time as she is now, I should say, not so much full-time, but as appearing as much as she is, the belt's going to have to go elsewhere. And all the people that you've destroyed on the way to get to WrestleMania, no one's going to have interest in. So I wish that they would give people just a little bit more. You know, this if they're going to have Ronda squashing everybody, as you know, at least give some people the Brock Lesnar treatment. You know, we got a really good match with her and Sasha. I wish we could have got something, at least half of that tonight with Ruby. Unfortunately, we really didn't get that. But you know, Wise Society says, I do blame the fans. God forbid they tell a story between now and Mania. And I don't disagree entirely. I mean, but what story is left to tell at this point? How does she get back into the match? Well, she's already suspended. They said she's not going to be there. And then she's able to attack people tonight, you know? So it doesn't really feel like that much of a suspension. And we'll see what hand comes to play. But where's Asuka? You know, we haven't seen anything there. That's a huge gripe of mine as well. So it is unfortunate, but I just don't want it to become oversaturated. I feel if they held off on Becky tonight, you already have Ric Flair's birthday party coming up. That would have been a perfect time for her to come out and strike. You could have done everything you did tonight, but just waited 2 more weeks. I believe it's not this week. I think it's the week after. Your channel will have to correct me if you don't mind, but they go ahead and they just wait that one additional, you know, week, and it gives it a bit of a slow burn. It makes the injury that you announced Saturday on Twitter and elsewhere and YouTube and, you know, seem legitimate. You said that, you know, Charlotte re-injured Becky's knee and she's still suspended. So, you know, give it more of a legitimacy. Have her actually be punished and injured, not just able to walk out on crutches and then leave, you know, handcuffed on her own volition without really any aid. It just wasn't a proper sell of the injury angle. So, granted, I mean, maybe it wasn't awful. It was cool to see how unsafe and just badassly she was wielding the crutch and just wildly throwing those hits all over the place. But I think this angle would have been better saved for the birthday party for Ric Flair. That celebration, you know, you have Charlotte out there. Ronda comes out to kind of square her up. They go back and forth in the mic for a few seconds, and then Becky pops out of a present. Do it if you have to, but at least do something along those lines. Asuka, you know, she'll be forgotten about and for far too long. So if we go to the beginning of the night, as Joe said, you know, the women's tag team elimination chamber, I'd probably give that match a 6 out of 10. Maybe I could, you know, argue for a 7, but I enjoyed it. I'm glad that the Iconics got to, you know, have a little bit more of a offensive, you know, set tonight. We don't usually see them. They did do some of the cowardly things that they do trying to climb out of the cage, but it was nice to see a little bit different of a character portrayal from them. The Riot Squad didn't look great here. If anything, I'd say they kind of came out shining the least out of everybody, excluding Naomi and Carmella. I mean, they got squashed quickly as well, but I expected more from the Riot Squad than I did Naomi and Carmella, if that makes sense. And, you know, we knew what we were going to get with Tamina and Nia Jax. Nia got her big spot. Tamina had everybody pin her. Nothing special there. But as I said before, you know, the last 2 entrants, they really did do a great job. The last 2 teams, I should say. I'm proud of Banks and Bayley giving, you know, a great performance. No one can really say Mandy Rose can't perform anymore. She did really well. I think she was the highlight of the 4 of them at the end there. I mean, she really put her all into it, and it worked quite well. I'm curious to see what they do next for the titles. I know we had heard before that they're going to be featured on both shows. We're going to see them, you know, going back between Raw and SmackDown. So who becomes number 1 contender? Do we have to have a tournament, or is everyone going to stay as teams? You know, how do you basically choose who's going to contend? And is this going to lead into WrestleMania, into the rumored match against Lita and Trish Stratus? So I think that would be interesting to see as well. I know Lita and Trish said at the end of Evolution that they wanted to come back, so we'll see what happens. But The Miz and Shane, the Usos, I expected this because of the recent transgressions to be a squash match. Only my opinion only changed after the you know, the news came out about the Usos being, you know, arrested, unfortunately. But before that, I thought the Usos would win, and I did change my mind after the fact. But it was surprising to see the match go on for about 15 minutes and to see the tag titles switch hands with everything that happened. WWE did release their official statement saying that what happens in their personal lives is their personal lives.
That was
won't
funny.
Be reflected. That was amusing because you see people like, Enzo who gets shit canned immediately.
Yeah, for
but
a
it
question.
happens with the Usos and they're like, we'll just wash our hands of it. It's not really a problem.
Whatever happens in their own personal lives. But Enzo...
Yeah, time and time again, we've seen people just get either canned or suspended, and it's just, it's all a matter of favoritism. So
Swear to God, I didn't stuff it in her.
I don't know. I didn't do an Enzo. I even tweeted him the other day because he's like hitting fucking. I feel like Enzo's, and this isn't to like disrespect him or anything, because I think he's pretty cool and a damn talented, guy and everything. And I like Enzo. But I feel like he's starting to hit that, like, not rock bottom, but he's starting to hit that point where it's like, okay, the music stuff went here, but now it's going down there. And even if I release something new, it's still staying there. The WWE stuff is gone, it seems. All I have left is independent bookings. Yeah. And basically, he's already on the fucking, whatever that website is where you take, like, shout-outs for, like, $50 or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's Cameo or one of those, yeah.
When you get on Cameo, when somebody gets on Cameo, you know that, like, things are not going well.
Yeah, if you weren't a YouTuber or influencer and you're on Cameo now, you were a celebrity.
I mean, Tommy NC is on Cameo.
Despair.
Tommy NC is on Cameo. I mean, nobody's ever going to buy one of his, but he's on there. I'm not even on there. I would not go on Cameo because nobody would buy it. People would rather give their opinion, support the show, and donate the way they do than pay for me to be like, hey, guys, it's Joe Cronin. Happy birthday, Jeff. Nobody gives a shit about me. I mean, so even with these people. Now, Enzo might have some decent business. Of all the people, I feel like Ryback doesn't do the best either, but he probably does one every couple weeks or something.
Hey, it's me. Hey, I used to be a WWE superstar. Now I'm a faggot.
Ryback's still doing appearances, too. So.
I'm a cocksucker now. There's
nothing
nothing wrong with
like Enzo's in.
There's nothing wrong with sniffing ass. There isn't anything wrong with it, seriously. I love sniffing cock. I am Ryback, Ryan Reeves. Shell shock. Do you want me to hit you? Are you looking at me? Hey, what's up, Adam? I heard it was your birthday. I wanted to say congratulations on becoming 15 years old. And Ryback wants to say, feed me more.
I'd buy Ryback when if I owned a company and I had to fire people. I'd have him do it.
I swear to
pay
God,
for him on Cameo to fire my employees.
I want everybody in the chat right now. If anybody can do this, if anybody has the money to burn, I am begging you guys. I am begging every one of you right now. I am going to beg. People say that sometimes I e-beg. And yes, I have a family I have to take care of, and yes, we have bills to pay, and yes, we want to keep the show up. But forget that. But I am going to e-beg for this. I am going to beg you right now, everybody. Please, as many of you as possible, go on to Ryback's Cameo and buy the Cameo and have him send a Cameo to Joe Cronin, to the Joe Cronin Show. Some of you guys can do it for Joe Cronin Show. Maybe a couple could do it for Corrupted Podcast. Just go to Ryback and buy his stupid fucking Cameo and make him say, that something about Joe Cronin, whatever the fuck else, and write it. And I mean, even if he gets one, he might just be like, oh, fuck that, I'm not doing it, and send it back. But, if he gets 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, though, he might be like, what the fuck is going on? And are you gonna turn down $500? If like 7 people do it.
Fucking God, I hate this. What's up, what's up, Joe Cronin? Yeah, somebody paid me to say, go fuck yourself.
That'd be so fucking. No one's ever done that. No one has ever done that on YouTube or on the wrestling community. Nobody has ever done that, dude. Go to Ryback's Cameo and fill out that you want him to wish Joe Cronin congratulations on 62,000 subscribers and over 40 million views and having more views than Ryback gets on his podcast. That'd be so fucking hilarious. Come on, bro.
Kayfabe and I were talking about this. We wanted to do it for you for Monetize This 200. Originally, we were going to have a message to you from the Jesus on YouTube.
Oh, right.
The guy that plays Jesus.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh, imagine if we can get, Ryback to be like, you're watching the Joe Cronin Show.
Yeah, he won't do it, I bet, because you know how much Ryback hates me.
You can refuse those. Yeah, you don't have to. When you send the money, they can refuse it if they don't want to say it.
But if he gets
if
he gets 7 of them, he's a fucking idiot. Like, it's fucking like 400 of them. By the way, like, one thing about Ryback...
I can just picture him be like, motherfucker.
Well, yeah, it seems like thanks for the money. Thanks for the money, man. And yeah, Joe Cronin, you're a fucking cocksucker.
No, but it would be great if he did it. But no, one of the things that he totally got wrong when Florida, when he got mad and said he wouldn't take a picture with us. And first of all, that was JD's idea. He's the one who asked for the picture. But, everybody was like, Joe, how dare you ask for a picture? Why would you ever think he would do it? And I'm like, well, listen, I really didn't want to be like, look, guys, I got Ryback take a photo with me. He's an idiot. No, I just thought it'd be cool. And I'd be like, dude, look, me and Ryback took a photo, and he's cool with everything now, and he's a good guy.
He's cool about it.
That's what I was going to do. That's literally, I get, though, I do understand from Ryback's perspective that he doesn't know that. He thinks, like, well, this is the dickhead guy. He's made fun of me already. All these things. So I get why I didn't, but, like, seriously, I've given this guy 1,000,000 times to be cool, and he just won't be cool. Ryback is a fuck, and I think if you did that, I mean, the only other person that'd be funny with is Cornette, but Cornette I feel like would take the money and do it, because he'd just be like, ha, you fucking idiot, and he would just go on with his day. But thank you, Jake, for covering. Well, I got my coffee here. I got it. I'm ready to go.
Corey was trying to call in as well. He's 832.
Oh, Cory Graves?
No, Corey. If only.
Cory Graves to talk about his fucking affair with Carmella's pussy?
If only. No, Corey was there tonight, so.
Christopher, thanks for the call, man. Well, I'll put Corey on hold. I think I might have him. Corey, you sit tight there for a few minutes, Corey. Thank you, man.
Here we go.
Is this the first time since the brand split since the WWE Championship match has gone on? Last are Sasha and Bayley facing Trish and Lita at WM still.
Wow, that is a great point, Reyes. Thank you, Reyes.
First time since 2017. I forget which pay-per-view, but we were talking about it on Twitter before.
At least 6 to 8 months. So
no, it's 2 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I want to smell Pat Patterson's jockstrap. Hey,
since WWE titles main evented a pay-per-view, it's been about 2 years.
I will break CM Punk's jaw again. You want me to do that? Because I will. Feed me more. Feed me fat horse.
Glorious! I will give in till I'm victorious. And I will defend.
Movado is glorious!
I'm fucking Bobby Roode! Triple H wants to fuck me! Glorious!
Well, I think Joe better start running for AU. I guess I don't mind the women having a triple threat match at Mania, as long as Charlotte gets eliminated quick so we can have our Becky versus Ronda match.
Yeah.
4/10 hashtag I'm gonna kill him, John.
I'm gonna kill him, John. Movado, thanks for being a beast, man. He dropped a $24 Bobby Roode donation. You gotta love it. Where is Roode? What will become of Roode and Gable? I don't know. Movado, thanks, man. We are way behind on donations. Let's get these in here.
We'll let him catch up. Why is this right?
PPV was out of 10. Follow the Botch, the Rare, the Exclusive, the Real only on Instagram at Botch Club. Advocate for the Jimmy Miranda Award. Support by using hashtag where Jimmy Miranda Award. Follow Botch Club on Instagram. Merch coming soon.
Listen, I'm not even kidding, I love Botch Club on Instagram. I've been following him. I actually forgot that he's like a listener of the show, that they over at Botch Club. And I'm like fucking marking out because I love them, dude. Seriously. Alan Samways.
Good morning, gentlemen. I couldn't give a rat's cunt for this PPV. Can Cory Graves' wife just hurry up and hack his phone so we can get some melon nudes? Near going through the pod reminded me of a good shit hitting the bowl.
Oh my God. Alan Samways, man, good morning to you, and thank you for calling or for donating. It's just good to hear from you, man. I love you, buddy. It's been a while, and I do want to plug Alan Samways. Thank you, Alan. And I do want to plug Botch Club's Instagram real quick because they're great, man. You got to follow this Instagram account. Then WWE ripped off their name.
Yeah.
But Botch Club, there it is, man. They got 13,000 Instagram followers. We need to figure out a way to get Joe Cronin on a couple Botch Club. That could help me out, man. I'll tell you what, Botch Club, you find some of the matches that I've had with the Bear, put a couple of those GIFs up on your Instagram a couple times and be like, the Joe Cronin wrestling commentator fucking fights a bear or whatever. You put that on your Botch Club timeline, dude, I'll plug you for like a month every show I do. That is awesome. I'll do it anyway, though. I love Botch Club. Thanks, Botch Club. Devin, what's up? Thanks for subbing to the channel. I would love to be on Botch Club. I'm a big fucking fan of them, and they fucking listen to the show.
They post some great stuff, so
that's really cool.
It's always funny.
Give it a hell yeah!
It was a good showing by Kofi, but I'm not surprised that he lost. We saw tonight that WWE is all in with the whole new Daniel Bryan gimmick. I just hope they don't use this momentum Kofi has to set up a all-new day triple threat. Nobody wants to see that.
Nobody wants to see it, TJ. They don't. It was a good showing, though, and I get that you're not surprised, but I do appreciate that I felt like maybe he could win, even though I knew better, you know? Our good friend, Kalel Bama.
My name is Kane, and I'm donating. My God, King! Oh my God, King! It's King! My face is burned off!
Hey Joe, I'm surprised it was a short pay-per-view.
It was.
It seemed to be okay.
Yeah.
Glad Finn has IC title. But now it's Walking Dead time, lol, the real horror begins.
Now it begins, yeah, what up? It begins, yeah, your damn mom better put on the skins. You know, I'm not surprised. We talked about this. A lot of people don't really like The Walking Dead anymore, but no, we talked about how, I'm going to go to Corey in a minute on the phone. Kalel Bama, thank you, man. We talked about how this would be a drive-by type of pay-per-view. And by the way, Kalel Bama, thanks for all the support, Kalel, over the years, man. This is sick.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, drive-by pay-per-view.
Get in, get done, get out.
Yeah, they got to move on to their next building block or whatever.
There he is. There I am. I'm going to sue you, Joe.
I just got him out of the chat, too.
Ryback, get the fuck out of the chat, Ryback. Get on the chat, Ryback, now. Fuck.
They didn't have Cory Graves come down the ramp before the show. They just snuck the commentators in after the pre-show. And you can tell they played music loudly to drown out fans potentially shitting all over Cory and Carmella.
Well, that's what you get, Javier. Wow. I mean, who cares, really? I mean, but it was funny that Carmella came out first, and I definitely get that, not bringing out Cory, because, you know, you don't want to distract or whatever else. So, you know, I'm not sure about it, you know, whatever. It is what it is. Cory seems like a scumbag, you know? I don't know.
Super chat. The women's match had me interested.
6.5 out of 10 from Casey Rose. I agree. I thought the women's match was pretty good. In fact, I was going to give that the match of the night up until the ending. The women's chamber, yes. Maybe you meant the match. Yeah. No, you couldn't. No way she meant the match.
Here we go.
Thank you, Casey.
I know Kofi wasn't going to win, but you think we could have a New Day funny title run WWE?
Yeah, it would have been awesome.
Would make so much money off it, but what do I know?
I don't know if people know the backstory. Like, one of the reasons why I may be an asshole, I may be biased, and maybe people don't know, I may be biased because, like I said, I was going to cry. I know Kofi Kingston, so
you wrestled him. So
I wrestled Kofi Kingston in a tag match once, but we also went to the same school for a little while together, and he also helped me when I was going to work with New England Championship Wrestling for something that I'd never worked with the company before, for New England Championship Wrestling in a show. I think it was in Laconia or New Hampshire, and it was 2006 or I don't remember, 2005 or 6. It was 6 to 8 months, I think, before Kofi Kingston would be signed by WWE or would make his appearance on Raw. And I've been kind of like vicariously through Kofi. It's like seeing Kofi. I'm not shocked anymore when I see people I know go to WWE. Like, I'm not shocked anymore because it started with Kofi. When I saw him come out on Raw, I said, my God, oh shit.
Yeah,
like,
he was the first, though. He was the inception to, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at a lot of photos. Even my buddy, not my buddy. I'm not really close friends with him, but I'm an acquaintance of, Brian Malonis. I just really am a home guy for all the guys locally here in Massachusetts. And he posted a picture the other day, and I thought about, man, look at this. This is pretty fucking crazy.
See the evolution of things, yeah.
Yeah, it just to see everybody. If people know Brian Malonis, he's in Ring of Honor right now. You know, he trained wrestlers with Warbeard Hansen. So if you guys know Warbeard Hansen, Brian Malonis trained a lot at the Killer Kowalski School with Warbeard Hansen and Brian Fury, and you know they're friends with Ciampa. I mean, we're you know, these are all guys that were really close buddies. You know, I got lucky enough to bang into them, and I don't mean it in a sexual way, once in a while, you know, see those guys around and get to call their matches when I was an announcer. Got to referee a few matches. You know, so like to see Kofi like doing that tonight was like double for me. It was like another thing, because that was the WWE Championship, and it felt like it was getting realer. It was really whatever.
Yeah. Like you said, you get to live vicariously through them, and you know, you get to be proud at the same time. It's a great feeling. I can, you know, bet on that. Speaking of greatness,
that's why Kofi is a Pats fan. Someone said Kofi's a Pats fan. That's why he's a fucking Pats fan, man. He's
yeah,
Sasha Banks, same wrestling school. Sasha Banks,
Mercedes, right?
Yeah,
that was her name.
She was Mercedes.
School?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. Congratulations to SMix85 in the chat. He said, "I'm in the hospital now. Just had my third child, first boy." So congratulations.
Hell yeah, he got a dick. He got a dick, baby.
The balls are out.
He got a dick. He gonna give you it. I'm sorry. He gonna give you a grandchild. Keep that name in there, and let's go on the phone now. I don't want to keep him waiting anymore. Corey, are you there on the phone? Corey, what's up?
Yeah, what's up?
What's up, man? How was it in the arena tonight?
To be honest, I gave the show about a 6.5. Like what you gave it.
Okay, wow. Okay, I thought maybe you'd go 7 or 8, but yeah, wow, because you were there. But was it because like Kofi didn't win? Because I feel like people were actually disappointed he didn't win.
Well, I don't know if y'all saw this, but everyone in the arena was like on the edge of their seat.
Oh yeah, we could we could tell, man. That match,
that was telegraphed nicely.
Whatever people thought at home, people bought in way more there. So it made it you could see the anguish on people's face. People went from like, I don't really care, to like, whoa, wait a minute, and then to like, wait, I love you, Kofi, and let's go, holy shit, let's go, and then people had no idea they were going to be crushed at the end of that match, because I feel like you guys went in, we went in like, it'll be whatever, and then Bryan will retain. But instead it was like, whatever, and wait a minute, this is what's going on here. But you can tell me being there.
There's one thing I do have to jump on, is that I don't know if WWE edited the crowd, but right when Carmella came out, everyone was chanting Cory Graves. And
really?
Yeah.
I know that.
See, Mark Henry made a special guest appearance.
I saw that on the pre-show. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. I got a question for y'all. What did Lacey Evans even do on the show? I mean, I just saw that she came out and
it made no sense. She came out, walked out for you guys, and then walked back in. We saw the same thing you did.
Yeah,
it made no sense whatsoever.
I thought it was going to be like a filler match. I thought it was going to be a filler match, and I'm like, this is bullshit. I mean,
dude, I honestly thought they were setting up something, and they were trying to distract people, because that's what they do. Like, but it was so. But I was thinking like, wow, that was the most obvious, stupid distraction ever. They're setting something up, because that was the dumbest thing ever. And
she literally walked to the end of the ramp,
what?
Turned around and walked back. And that was it. I was like,
it was very weird. Very bizarre.
It just blew my mind. Like, she went out there and she's like, shit, did I leave the oven on? Like, that was, you know,
check
I'm
this
out.
Let me go check on
this. The one thing that really pissed people off at the show was that the crowd was dead after Baron Corbin had won the no DQ match. But like, everyone looked not devastated, but everyone was just like in a pissy mood afterwards.
Yeah, especially because it was slow on TV. It had to be even worse there.
I mean, that's something we would see on Raw. I mean, I wanted to see something like bigger, like Braun get put over, because to me, Braun is not a true monster anymore.
No,
Braun,
in the beginning of the match when he was getting his ass beat by Baron Corbin, simply because of, you know, basically nothing, the kendo stick, I was like, wow, Baron Corbin's got the upper hand against Braun, and how drunk am I? I must not have realized how much I drank. It was just surprising that, you know, they even had him look weak at all, but there was Braun on the ground and Baron Corbin's getting the upper hand, legit, before anybody came out. Joe, how long do you think that match was?
The Baron Corbin match?
Yeah.
8 minutes.
It was 10 minutes. To me, I thought it was so much longer. I guess just because it dragged, with even everybody coming out up until they put everybody through the tables. It was
felt
almost
like
11 minutes.
I will tell you that it did feel like maybe 15 or 18 minutes. I will say that, but I did think it was 8. But it did feel like I was like, wow, I bet 15 or 20 minutes went by or something. But then, so I was close. But it's slow motion, man. By the way, Corey, were you sitting to the right? Were you sitting like with the ramp to your right, looking at the ring straight ahead? Were you the one that sent me those photos early on Twitter?
I don't know if you saw it on Twitter, but I had posted where I was.
Did you DM me though?
Huh?
Did you DM me on Twitter?
No, but I will DM you like where I was sitting.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man.
I posted on
dude, so many people sent me pictures.
I have it all on Instagram where I was.
Okay. What was it like? Was there anything that we missed? It sounded like you guys were hyped a couple times, but I know the crowd was also getting shit on a lot by people watching. They were like, this crowd sucks. I'm like, well, what are they cheering for? I mean, like, there's nothing to cheer for, like I thought. So I just didn't get what you guys are supposed to cheer. I mean, you guys cheered at the end when you felt that. Like, dude, that was raw. Like, what Kofi and Daniel Bryan did tonight, I don't think people understand. Like, what they experienced tonight with the crowd's energy and what they were doing, like, that's some shit that neither one will ever forget. They're always going to be like,
so
that.
Organic.
Remember that night? That was sick. You may be at WrestleMania and it won't be as good. It's pretty good.
I'm actually about to pre-order my Royal Rumble tickets.
Oh, yeah. If you got pre-order tickets, you got to go to the Rumble. I mean, even if wrestling sucks at the time, you want to go to the Rumble. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You got to go to the Rumble.
The Minute Maid Part 2, where the Astros play, so hell yeah, I'm gonna jump on all that.
Oh wow, they're out at a baseball again. That's sick.
Yeah,
you
they're gonna be at
piece
the
of shit.
Well, listen, man, Corey, we love you, buddy. I'm glad you had a good time. I'm glad we got your rating. Let me go to the Joe Nations again, real quick.
Pour me a beer. You've got a new subscriber.
Yo, Davey Lewis, welcome to the JCS Army, Davey Lewis. Over 62,000 and growing for the last 6 years here on YouTube. I think I'm the longest running wrestling reviewer still on YouTube. So it's pretty fucking cool, man. We've done the most reviews of anybody, I believe. It's insane.
Give me a hell yeah!
Goon, what's up?
Calling in feels awkward as fuck, but thanks for taking my call. 3 years and ongoing. I honestly only paid attention to the chamber matches and the Ronda nonsense.
I didn't know that was you.
See you guys Friday number 603. Actually, no, fuck 603. This state sucks.
hey, Goon, thanks, man. You know what, Goon? I didn't even know that was you.
Should have told us.
I had no idea that was you, dude. That's fucking awesome, Goon. Thank you for the donation.
Ali wouldn't have gotten the type of response that Kofi got tonight.
Agreed.
Kofi is a guy that the fans know and respect. Understand he has put in work for over a decade.
Right.
If it wasn't for Orton hating on him back in the day, he probably would have been champ.
Yeah, Orton, snowballed that.
I remember that, and that's bullshit too, man.
Spearheaded a whole campaign against him in the back.
I'll tell you what, they may have opened up a can of worms with him now. They may have to use him because this is crazy. Like,
yeah, the crowd might demand.
Plus the whole thing about not pushing black people. If this continues for Kofi,
true.
They better do something because if this continues, yeah, I'm not trying to go SJW on anything, but dude, imagine him and forget the black thing. That's like a secondary. That's kind of cool. Thanks for subbing, by the way. But it would be, man, what a story. Like, I can't help the SJW.
Shit bomb.
Can't help it.
Here's my list of reactions for Lacey Evans.
Fuck SJW. He deserves it
tonight. She's turning around, maybe she didn't like the response. Screen turns black, laughs hysterically. Jesus Christ, this show sucks. Someone tell me logically what's the point?
Pussy Lips McGee, thank you very much, man. What the fuck the point is, Vince?
Yeah, well, like TJ said on Twitter, he said Becky coming in from the crowd, having security just let her get in the ring without any problem.
Yeah, what was
made
that?
Look even less believable.
That looked retarded. The security guy was like...
And then they arrest her after she beats everybody with crutches.
Yeah.
Or detain her, I should say. But still, that's what was infuriating about it.
It made no sense, that part. Stupid. We'll talk more about that. That was weird.
Come on, guys. You know Vince wasn't gonna let his #1 dancing dark man climb that ladder.
Oh my God.
And people were complaining about Hogan lol.
Dancing dark man. Wild Panther, what's up, Wild Panther? I noticed WWE was showing a lot of like people in the crowd too, like, oh man, this is gonna do it. It was so like it was just really, they were setting up for a hell of a thing. Wild Panther, thank you very much for the $5, man, and helping my show continue to go, man. Thank you guys for the donations. We're fucking on fire right now, dude. This party may never end. I mean, I don't know what the hell's gonna happen. I might have to buy a hooker tonight. I don't know what's going on. But no, I really appreciate that, man. You guys are badasses. I'm gonna play some of the Corrupted later for you guys. Party. Mike Daniels, what's up, Mike? Chiming in.
What's up, Joe?
What's
Jake
up?
In the chat.
Oh, that's it. He just saw I say, well, what's up, motherfucker?
What's up, Mike?
What's up, Mike? What's up? My God.
And
man.
Ryan let me know first. He said last time WWE Championship match headlined was at Fastlane 2018. So the original tweet I got was wrong.
Okay.
But the last time before that was 2017. So it was a year and then another year before it. Damn.
Fuck my ass. I just creamed. I just steamed. I'm shooting a laser beam. I just shit my fucking pants.
Super chat. Super chat.
Highlight of night was Graves creeping on Renee.
Yeah, he was staring at Renee, man. He's staring at everybody.
And Beth. Yeah.
Dude, it just makes me sick that he got on the phone with his wife. Like, oh, honey, we made it. I'm signed. What's up, Carmelo? Jamie Phillips.
Charlotte in the three-way makes sense. She the only true heel. Becky winning anyway, so what's the problem?
Jamie Phillips, what's up? You know, my only problem, Jamie, is I just don't like triple threats. That's my issue. That's my only issue. And, you know, I agree with you, Jamie. I get why they're doing it. I do get it. And plus, Charlotte people hate her, so then they got that heat there. And, it may end up being a better match because of it. I totally get it. I'm traditional more where I like the one-on-one and let's do this. And Charlotte jumping in there, it's like there she is again, but that's what they wanted. So they get that heat. I get it, Jamie.
Super chat. JD wishes he could bang a Carmella.
Yeah.
He gets Nia's.
Well, oh my God, Jesus. Fade to Black, thank you for the $2, man. I don't know, man. Nikki T, man. She's Nikki T, man.
Besides that, it's nothing but felines.
Get down, Nikki.
Super chat party.
I want Tamina to sit on my face while Nia rides me. 5/10.
Wow, I just
Yo, J-Bun, thanks for the donation, J-Bun. And by the way, J-Bun, remember, J-Bun, you can hear me and my wife's podcast this week. It's going to be the all-new episode this week. Make sure you're on my Patreon. Because this week, J-Bun dropped $14.99. Thank you, J-Bun. Me and Leah, me and my wife, we have ice cream, and we're going to eat our popsicles during the podcast. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. But it's on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show.
Super chat party.
This fucking photo is so weird.
Also, Becky keeps the upper hand on Ronda, making her look stupid.
Yeah, Becky keeps the upper hand on Ronda, making her look stupid. I mean, Jamie, I don't know if she made her look. I mean, everyone's saying that everyone looks stupid. I'm hearing people saying Becky looks stupid. People are saying Ronda looks stupid. The only one that doesn't
looks great right now, but
no one does.
She
really
attacked her. It was a surprise attack because Ronda was walking over to attack Charlotte, and she hit her from behind. So it doesn't make her look stupid. She thought she can kind of, I guess, trust Becky in that moment.
Yeah, but
so it makes her look a little naive.
No, it's a plot hole.
Like it makes her look stupid.
It's a plot hole. Becky had to attack both of them. It was out of character for Ronda to turn her back. Didn't make sense. I get it.
It was placed in there. It was forced, but
Charlotte in the match makes Becky's win even more sweeter.
That's a good point. It's a good point, but you can't pin two people, though, so it's going to have to be like, Becky would have to put them both in a submission hold. And obviously, dude, it just feels like
a way to protect Ronda. That's
Charlotte's going to take the pin, which is crazy because you actually would think that they value Charlotte more. But maybe Ronda will take the pin because Ronda could, if she's on her way out, she may take the pin, maybe.
Which she still says she's not. She's adamant about that.
But you got to be adamant you're not. You got to be like, bullshit, I ain't going nowhere. But fucking kids, don't talk about my pussy. I get it.
No, I mean,
here it is. Huskers, Scott Frost.
$9 for a fuck. Someone donated $9. I'm getting hard, I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9. I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue. $9. Suck my dick. Suck.
What's your excitement level for WrestleMania? Are there going to be any dream matchups this year?
My excitement level is down, Huskers, and I say that because last year's was so shitty that I just really am worried about WrestleMania this year. Last year's WrestleMania was so suck. I believe if I'm correct, we said last year's WrestleMania was top 5 worst of all time. I believe. I maybe could be wrong, but top 10 at least, but I think maybe top 5 last year. So I'm worried that they got nothing. I would love to see Shawn Michaels versus like AJ or something like that to happen, but it's probably not going to happen. Looks like we're going to get Randy and AJ. So be prepared for that.
Yeah, that seems like that's the plan. And
were you shocked? I mean, that was clearly part of the whole AJ, I don't want the belt.
Yeah.
Put me lower on the card. I don't want the belt. He still hasn't signed the contract yet, right? Is that?
Yeah, that's at least what's being reported.
So we'll see you later, AJ, who's playing weird ball, and Randy's the old.
He's just sticking
guy.
to his guns. It sounds like he wants certain things, and they're going to get to a point where either if they want to keep him, they're going to have to agree.
Yeah, I mean, with the whole AEW thing, it's like he can do that too. He can.
Yeah, he was playing, hardball with him before, so now he's got even more of a, a stake to his claims.
Dude, I'll play hardball with you in an instant. All right.
Ooh, I'm always hard.
I will play hard balls with you.
Get a touchdown.
I'll play full-on hard balls with you. Hey, 601, you're on the phone. What's up, 601?
You're live.
Hey, what's going on, Joe?
What's up, man?
Hey, man, I just wanted to talk about Elimination Chamber tonight. Thought it was a decent show. I'll give it about a 5.5 out of 10.
I think that Bryan and Kofi saved it. Otherwise, it would have been in trouble.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
Me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that the whole Kofi Kingston situation. I think that it was a good look for him, and I'm the one that made the comment about I don't think Mustafa Ali would have got that reception that Kofi Kingston got. I just think that people just know Kofi has great skills. He has great talent.
Yep.
I mean, even from his his little Royal Rumble stints, and of course he's been in Money in the Bank ladder matches. The guy just really been putting in work. So, I mean, it's no surprise that he put on that type of performance if you've been watching Kofi Kingston for the past decade. I mean,
yeah.
Randy Orton is the main reason why he didn't get a push. I mean, I think that time when him and Randy Orton was fighting in the crowd in Madison Square Garden, and he hit the boom drop through the table, I mean, people were going crazy. And I mean, and then all of a sudden, I think he missed a spot or something like that, and Randy Orton just completely destroyed him in the back, and a whole bunch of politics just kind of caused this push from happening. But
racist.
It's good to see that he's getting recognition he deserves.
I call him racist Orton. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm joking. Because Orton did that to white guys too. It's not he did that to so many people. Orton.
Yeah.
But no, really though, seriously.
Kennedy, everybody. So.
But we don't know what Kennedy was. But no, I'm just kidding. Kofi did though. He really does, dude. He's a veteran now. He's such a veteran. He's been there longer than 90% of the roster. It's like this guy's given so much. He's like Shawn Michaels but Shawn Michaels never made it to the next level. It's like, what's going on? So that's why people bought in. You are 100% right. Mustafa Ali, people would have started cheering for him a little bit, and it would have been a little bit similar, but this was way over the top, like you said, because it was Kofi.
It wouldn't have been organic.
Yeah,
it would have been organic, Joe.
Right.
Because it would have been a Roman Reigns type situation all over again, like force feeding the crowd, like giving a guy a couple wins and stuff like that. Man, people, look, you can put a guy in a spot. I mean, he can do some great moves, but I mean, it's hard to fool a true wrestling fan. Like, we understand how guys really put in that work and dedicate themselves to the craft, and we also know how politics can play a role when you got a guy that that comes out there and does a couple of things. That it has a lot to do with politics. With Kofi Kingston, you understand the ups and the downs of his career. You see that.
Well,
I mean, I think also, I think it was Xavier Woods. He even said it on his Twitter.
Yeah.
He said when you with a guy for over 4 years, he said you tend to forget that he's an actual legend. And Kofi Kingston, really like if his career ended today, he would be a WWE Hall of Famer.
He should be, yeah. Absolutely, dude. Listen, the thing that made this work so well is you just kind of mentioned it, but like I can break it down for you like this. All the new people, all the brand new WWE fans out there, they could get behind Kofi tonight. And all the regular casual fans, they could get behind Kofi. So they got behind Kofi the same way they would have probably gotten behind Mustafa Ali. But the people like us, or the old school fans, or the real wrestling fans, or the people that watch everything, or that have been here more than 5 years, they all got behind Kofi in a way that, they wouldn't have gotten behind maybe Mustafa. So like that's why, because everybody got on the same page, and that's what made it special. Plus, Daniel Bryan and Kofi's kind of timing in the match and everything was good as well. So,
great chemistry.
It was a perfect storm.
Chemistry. I don't know if I don't know how often they wrestle each other. I think you said they wrestle maybe independently, but I mean their chemistry was like great. Like if they have like a one-on-one match or something like that, like they can put on a classic. Like those two, it seemed like they were just on the same page.
Well, AJ,
that's the kind of chemistry that's hard to find.
We thought AJ and him would do that, and AJ and him haven't had that yet. But he had it with Kofi tonight. It was just a perfect story, man. Hey, listen, thanks for the call. I'm going to move on. It was a really good call, though.
All right, thanks, man.
Thanks, man. Good to hear from you. Good call, bro. Should have gotten a better name.
One of the things that we didn't address that I'm worried about is Braun. Honestly, he
I'm not worried about him.
Even more
he sucks.
Of an imbecile. He sucks.
I hope he goes away.
Just totally foolish tonight. And you know what it proves more than anything? He has no allies, no friends. I'm like, oh, maybe somebody will run out. But who's left that he hasn't, thrown into a dumpster or off the stage or into a porta potty?
Braun Strowman shouldn't need allies?
He shouldn't, but you figure that would be the ideal way to book him. He should have squashed and destroyed Cory Graves in a matter of seconds, and then the other two should have come out to help immediately. Instead, Braun was on the ground writhing in pain while Baron, was setting up. It's like, how is this possible? Why is Braun legit getting taken down? He's not, feigning injury in kayfabe. There was no reason for him to be on the defense with Baron Corbin. Well, I don't get why they decide to do things like this with him. It just makes no logical sense. And then even worse than that, like I said, he's got no friends, he's got no allies. Granted, like you said, he shouldn't need any, but there was nothing to benefit him at all. He looks foolish because he knew, they obviously would interfere in some way, shape, or form with it being no disqualification.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Oh, I don't need a kendo stick to kick your ass. And then you're getting.
What did the announcers say? At one point, they were like, "We forgot it was no DQ or something." Like it was,
something along those lines. And
ridiculous. It was like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Even the double table spot didn't look that great.
It looked like it hurt. I mean, it didn't look awesome. Like, wow, that was sick. It just looked like, wow, that hurt. That probably hurt.
that looked uncomfortable. I wouldn't want to take that. That's exactly what I thought. Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, that's never good. That's because that means it probably did hurt a bit, and then it's like didn't even look that good.
Super chat.
Yeah, not really down with what they did there. Dorian Moore.
Mandy has the best women's finisher in WWE.
What's that? The blowjob? No, Dorian Moore. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I do like hers. Yeah, that is a pretty cool one, man. It's like a neck breaker with what do they call that shit? I forget what they call it. It's a couple different names for it. Someone will remind me in the chat what it's called, but it is a great little move. I like it. It's a great move for her too. It's kind of like Nikki Bella's rack attack thing, but better. It's way better than that. You know, so the original rack attack.
Beer, you've got a new subscriber.
Mr. Damaco Endurance, thanks for subbing to the channel, man. What's going on? I apologize, guys. I am still sick, obviously. You can hear me battling through that. My eyes want to shut. They're all watery and shit. So I apologize. I look like I'm on crack. It's because I'm sick.
Yeah, because when Mandy Rose hit her finisher on who
Sasha,
was it? Sasha, I thought that could have been it. That was a great near fall.
Yeah, it was
That was really, really close 2 count.
Yeah, I like it too.
They changed the name too for her finisher a while ago.
Yes.
I forget what they changed it to.
Yeah, Widow's Peak is what I remember. Victoria doing it.
You think those crutch hits were bad? Try getting thrown through a barbershop window. Love you guys.
Shardy Janetti, what's up, Janetti? I miss you, man. Come back to the Rockers. Someone pointed out the other day, him taking the blade in that, and I'd never seen that before. And I'm like, wow, you just ruined my whole life. Because I had never noticed it ever, like 30 years, never noticed it. And I was like, oh, God, you ruined it for me, you son of a bitch. And I just ruined it for everybody. Shari Janetti, thanks, man. Did you see that? Janetti just tried to jump out of that window to escape.
Here we go, about to get
it's
it,
the Bed of Roses. It was Kiss the Rose, but...
Oh, yeah, Kiss the Rose. Bed of Roses.
The WWE title match had me interested. I'm happy that Finn finally won the IC title. The women's tag title match was actually pretty good.
Yeah, Casey Rose, thank you for the $5. Yeah, I thought the tag match in the Chamber was pretty decent. I thought Balor you had to do something with Balor. Giving him the belt makes sense, and you had to do something with the Usos. You couldn't not put the belts on the Usos. The fans were like not buying Shane and The Miz. They were like, Usos, let's go. It's like, well, what are we doing here? So you had to take the belts off them. They probably were anyway with the story, whatever they were going to write, but then they never turned on each other, so I don't really understand where that story was heading. With no turn.
Here we go, about to
Unless
get
it
it,
is
man.
coming.
Here we go. Oh, no.
Not gonna lie, I was half expecting Nia Jax to come out and take Kofi's spot in the Chamber. Let's be honest, she's screwed more black men than FEMA.
Oh my God. Oh my
we didn't
God.
see R-Truth tonight, so.
Corwin Eberly, what's up? Imagine that. She did it again. That's like her thing now. Corwin Eberly, thank you, Corwin. What's been up, dude? Thank you. Love you. Glad to hear from you. Fucking old school. Wow, dude, we are still 30 minutes behind in the donations right now. We have to let these play. You guys are beasting tonight on the donations. What the fuck, dude? This is crazy. This is like monetize this right now. We might outdo monetize this from last Friday. Thank God.
Just maybe.
Super chat. Super chat.
No one even has proof that Graves cheated.
It's true. It's just his wife saying shit. It's true, Lightning Blitz. It's true.
That's what we said, allegedly.
Allegedly, and we could be, might not be giving him a fair shake,
Hey Joe, I forgot there was pay-per-view tonight, lol. But I always enjoys your review show. The Bruins are on a 5-game win streak 2-0 on this West Coast trip and waiting I'm for the Red Sox season to start.
Hell yeah, we
Have
needed
a good
that.
night, Joe and Jake.
Yes, thank you very much, my friend Mark. Mark, thanks for the $5. Becoming a $5 shit bomb.
Me and my friend Mark. I mean, and
Pretty
Cory
pumped
Graves'
up
wife
about the
deleted her
Bruins.
Instagram too, Joe.
Cory Graves' wife deleted her Instagram?
Yeah, after she posted about the affair.
Oh, jeez.
And she put up those, pictures about the text messages. She now got rid of her Instagram.
Too late. We all got them. I got them.
Chiz Hickneys! $9 for a fuck. Someone donated 9. I'm getting hard. I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9. I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue.
Look at the pyro fly.
Suck my dick.
Suck fucking.
Wow. Baby number 2 already. Congratulations, Maryse and Miz.
Congratulations to Maurice and Miz. Chiz Hickneys, thanks for the $9 de nueve. Thank you very much, Chiz Hickneys. Good to hear from you, buddy.
Chiming in.
Oh no, it's Tommy! Tommy NC put quarters in his ass!
I'm on Tosh.0. I'm on MTV's Made. Keemstar did a video on me.
Buy me breakfast.
Joe, I don't normally address Lilliputians in the chat, but this time I can't help myself. Ed Blunt, you don't hate that I donate. You hate that you can't donate. I have more money in the bank than you'll see in your lifetime.
Oh,
and that's
shit.
not including my assets.
Wow, Brett the Shitman Fart going after Ed Blunt in the chat. That is sick. And and thank God for you, Brett the Shitman Fart. I think Ed might be a patron. I'm not sure. Ed, are you still a patron? Maybe you're not. Maybe he doesn't drop anything. But Brett the Shitman Fart. Wow. $20.10 Tommy donation. Thank you.
Make frog straight again.
We know we gotta make the frogs straight, I swear to God, they're about to bang each other. I've seen them, man. I've been down the swamp. Brad Moonstruck, let me tell you. I go down the swamp for two things. Because I want to fish, because I want to get away from my wife sometimes, before she divorced me. And, one thing I did not expect to see is, I didn't expect to see frogs fucking. But there they were. They're on top of each other, swallowing, gobbling. It was like a Friday night in Austin, Texas. Swear to God. It's disgusting.
Oh my God, he's dropping another one, Brett. The Shitman Fart.
What about you, Denny's?
While you Ed are making an intro to a non-existent show, I'm building housing developments and making six-figure land deals in my fully paid-for home. No
Jesus.
debt. Don't measure your brain, dick, or your bank account against me because you'll always come up short.
Wow. That's fucking awesome, Brett the Shitman Fart. That's funny because I wanted to get into real estate, man. I need your help. Brett the Shitman Fart, thank you, man, for dropping those bombs, man. $20.10 back to back from Brett the Shitman Fart. Thank you, sir.
Shit bomb.
Hello, boys.
Hello.
I almost squirted when Kofi won the championship. But I'm with Cory and Carmella. We are doing live show for Amy. Check us out.
Cheathusbands.com/livecams. What the fuck? Cheathusbands.com/livecams. What the fuck? Yo, that's Blumpkin cunt pussy juice.
Got that Blumpkin.
Where is it? I gotta play it. That is the funniest website.
And speaking of, even Total Divas reached out to Cory Graves.
What?
They're saying that they want to get in on this Carmella affair because Carmella's appearing on Total Divas next season.
Bunch of sick fucks.
It said Carmella is ironically returning to the show next season, and Cory writes to some person. He says, "What's really going to F her up," talking about his wife, is when she finds out that Total Divas just hit me up. So Total Divas is already trying to get their scoop for next season with the angle with him and Carmella.
They're probably mad they got rid of her. They're like, "Oh no, we could have."
Well, she's coming back next season, so now it kind of works out perfectly, And,
so it's all fake?
In their eyes, I don't think it's fake. I'm saying they're just trying to capitalize on their affair.
They're posting the pictures with him and his kids and shit. Like, it's so fucking weird. Like, yo, Blumpkin cunt pussy juice. Thank you so much, Blumpkin. Let's give it up for Blumpkin. Yo, Blumpkin. Blumpkin has his own song.
Blumpkin cunt pussy.
Yeah. Break it down, Joe.
That Blumpkin, you got that Blumpkin pussy juice. That fucking cunt, that fucking juice is on the loose. That pussy screws all of the men. Blumpkin, cunt, pussy juice. Once it's in my mouth, I'll swallow all your juice. Blumpkin, fucking cunt, pussy juice. That cunt is on the loose. That pussy juice. I want that Blumpkin cunt's pussy juice. Nom 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 nom. Blumpkin cunt's pussy juice. All I want in the mouth. I can't take all of it. It's dripping down my throat so wet. Blumpkin cunt's pussy juice. Blumpkin cunt, it's all I want from you. I smell it from here, I smell it from there. I eat through your underwear. I I gobble it all, I make your pussy and your panties fall. I wanna withdraw your fucking cunt. Your diva meat is on my front. I fucking lick it up my tongue. I'm getting oh cunt, pussy juice. That's all I fucking want from you. Your bloke and your cunt, your pussy juice. Oh, your pussy's the size of a goddamn moose. I want it so bad I can taste it from here. I wanna munch it, I'll munch your rear. I will munch every part of you. 'Cause I want that cunt and pumpkin juice.
Just remember, you guys can always go on my Patreon if you're a patron and go down the songs list, and you can find Blumpkin Cunt Pussy Juice to download. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Jake, any other takes that you have real quick before I go back to the donations about tonight's Elimination Chamber?
The men's chamber took over poll results. 80% of the vote saying that that's match of the night. Wow. 16% says that it was the women's tag team chamber match, and the rest all have about 1% equally. So
Vince made the right call because he did switch the matches, right? So maybe.
Yeah, and no votes for Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin.
Well, good, because
absolute zero on this poll.
Garbage working with fucking a trash compactor.
Yeah, I one thing we didn't discuss. I missed the 205 live cruiserweight match, the Buddy Murphy versus Akira Tozawa.
Oh, you know what? I missed it too.
Did you?
I missed it.
We're two peas in a pod.
I did watch the pre-show, but I just happened to miss it. Unfortunately, it was probably like all the other ones. It's probably like 10 minutes and was pretty good, but whatever.
I'm sure it was good, but yeah, unfortunately, I was at a birthday before this, so I came home as the people were walking out for the chamber.
You know what, though? Had it been really good or something, I would have heard about it. People would have been
because no one donated mentioning it. So
it's so whatever. It was a typical pre-show.
I mean, Buddy Murphy defeated Akira Tozawa, and he hit with him with Murphy's Law and scored the pinfall. It was a 13-minute match.
Yeah.
I see the results here, but people said it was well worked and got some "This is awesome" chants at one point. So
wow.
Sounds like it was good.
Oh, it was a good starter then, because they needed a good starter. Man, thank you guys for all the donations tonight. We're killing it in donations.
Have triple elimination match Becky Ronda Job Flair.
Yeah, I mean, that's what elimination match though would be interesting. Metal Gear Nemesis, thank you.
Oh, fans are really upset because early on in the match they cut to a split screen to show Kayla knocking on New Day's locker room and interviewing Xavier Woods and Big E.
Really?
Yeah, so you saw the match like what they do in SmackDown for commercials.
Yeah.
So about a third of the match was picture-in-picture, and it was a small portion while a backstage interview was going on. So people are really upset about that.
That is lame.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate.
I get, though, moving things, but I'd rather have that than them talking it so much.
To many multi-man matches last WM. And we already have one schedule. We need one-on-one at Mania. I hate the multi-man bouts at biggest show of the year.
Yeah, I hate that too. I hate when there's so many of them too. That's the worst. Gooner Chiefs fan, thanks for the $5 as always, Gooner. Love you, man. And guys, if you want to donate, break your cherry tonight or save it for tomorrow for the Monday Night Raw review. We'll be live after Raw. Remember, I'm live after every WWE show, like Monday Night Raw, SmackDown. Wednesday night is Out of Nowhere. So a bunch of shit going on all week. I'm always live. Plus, monetize this. 200. Episode 200 is this Friday night, everybody. You got to be here.
Big celebration.
That is V2 of Doom. Vito. You want to listen to our podcast?
6 out of 10. I hope Cory Graves gets crabs from that Staten Island whore. FABLOUS. Great review, Cronin and Jake.
You piece of shit.
Well, I really want to thank Joe Cronin for sucking my cock.
And Vito, thank you for the $4, man. Vito, I appreciate that. Let's see where we are in the donations. Yeah, we're catching up. We're about to catch up. We got 2 more to play.
out of nowhere, I said that they wanted Kevin Owens to be like the everyman.
They do.
He had a promo. I don't know if you caught it.
He was eating pizza.
Yeah, he was talking about how he's on a diet and he's eating pizza, and
Here we go.
he was complaining about why his kids like pineapple on it, and
It was weird, dude, but it was what
They
you
were
said.
doing good until Braun Corbin. 7/10. I want to get used to Kofi in the
Wow.
main event.
Wow.
As long as we don't see New Day or Bar versus Usos 3000.
Yeah, or Daniel get 2 more members there, and then it's 3-on-3. J18, thank you, Jay, for the $5. Man, I can't go 7 out of 10, but I will say that they were doing pretty good up until Braun Corbin. It was just a waste of a match.
That really
but
took the wind out of my sails too. That felt like it went on for an hour.
it was a short show anyway, though, so you thought that they could get away with throwing that in there, and it was short, but
I was surprised when the title was coming out. I'm like, oh, what comes on after this? Isn't there one more match? And I'm like, no, I guess not. This is headlining.
I thought so too.
Take my word, I'm gonna take out Londolazzi right after I kick Charlotte's ass. Who cares if I'm still crutches? I'm working off the power of the cranbaby.
It just made no sense. Barry Lynch the Cran. Thank you for the donation, Barry Lynch the Cran, for the $5.
It didn't make sense. And then
let
they
her
had,
walk in.
they have 3 things right now. They have the injury angle with her, which WWE.com and Twitter and YouTube all had a video posted saying Charlotte re-injures Becky's knee on Saturday at a house show.
Yeah.
Becky came out to attack her, and then they said she was re-injured. So, that in itself, then they have her being suspended and taken out of Mania's match. So you have all those, 3 things working against Becky at this point in time. They really, in all honesty, I felt shouldn't have had her come out tonight.
Right.
They didn't even need Charlotte there. Just have a bit longer of the Ruby Riott match and have that be it. And then go to Flair's party for, when they have Ric Flair's birthday celebration. Have Charlotte out there celebrating with her father. Ronda comes out to kind of square up the competition, and then have Becky come out. That's not next week. It is the week after. So it gives you 2 weeks to kind of sell the injury angle, sell that she needs to, still be suspended, so it actually looks like a legitimate suspension. She's being, having to pay, her dues. Now it just makes everybody look foolish. It makes, security and the corporate side of things look like idiots. It makes just all of it bad. And unfortunately,
the worst was the security guard who stood there with his hands crossed looking at the camera, and then she just walked by him. It's like, what is this?
I don't know. And then she took the crutches to get out there, but then she was handcuffed and left on her own volition. She didn't need any help then.
And she wasn't handcuffed. She put her hands behind her back for no
behind
reason.
her back, yeah.
Yeah, there was no handcuffing. So I was like, what is she doing?
Yeah, that was odd.
Yeah, it was again it was very weak. It was like if you're attempting the Stone Cold type of stuff, so much weaker. And you know what? That stuff isn't R-rated or TV-14. Just to have it almost felt like they were out there with only a few instructions, only 3 people knew what they were doing, and then they were giving commands on the go. It just didn't feel well executed. It didn't feel intense enough. It should have, other than Ronda's head bleeding, it needed to feel more intense.
I mean, the shots were
great.
Well,
because Ronda kept turning around, and it's like she didn't know which way to sort of.
How to take them.
Yeah, and so Becky's trying to avoid her head, but then she's moving at the last second as she's swinging, so that she just hits her in the face. It was fucking hilarious to watch.
And then Ronda's selling was kind of backwards. She sold more after it was all over, but then she's trying to get up. I did like that she grabbed the other crutch and was holding it to protect herself, though.
Yeah, at one point.
Lightsaber duel style. So I mean, it's just something that should have waited entirely, because it really took all the momentum out of Ronda defending her title.
Yeah,
I know they want Becky to be the focal point, but it really hurt, Ruby Riott as well. So.
Oh yeah, they did not at first it was
what a
cool.
Disservice.
They'll have a little match, but that did not help Ruby. That was retarded.
That was real bad. That was a total squash that I expected from the Usos match.
Yeah, they should have put somebody else in there, whether if they were just going to do that to Ruby, but maybe that was the thing. I don't know. Let's go to the phones. 281's on the phone. What's up, 281?
Hey, what's up, man? This is Marco. I'm calling from Houston.
Oh, what's up, Marco?
How did y'all feel about the timing of the show tonight? I don't know if it started early or if I was just behind the curve, but when I sat down and I had all my my beverages and all of my extracurriculars ready to sit down and watch the show at 7 p.m. my time, I thought it was on time, but apparently I must have been an hour or two late, because it ended at 9 o'clock p.m. here.
Oh, so
in
you
Houston,
were an
where
hour.
we're holding the show.
You were an hour behind then. That's right. So you missed the first hour?
Yeah.
You missed the women's elimination?
That's crazy to me. Like, SmackDown finishes at 9 p.m. here in Houston. Raw finishes at the 10 p.m. mark here in Houston. But we have the Elimination Chamber that we're hosting here in Houston, and it finished at 9. And I was almost about to buy a ticket, because when I looked at the tickets earlier today at noon, I could have bought a ticket for $30 to go to the Elimination Chamber tonight.
Yeah, they had a whole.
So I said, well,
I was just gonna say they had a whole 3 rows
well,
that were
when
sold.
I get back to my spot, like I'll check the prices again. Maybe they'll go down even lower, because it's like they're not selling. And I came back around, and apparently I missed a couple hours of the show, and the sun was still out.
They changed this. I want to say a little while back. I don't know how long ago they did, but they changed this a while back, where it's like an hour earlier. Like you got to check out the website now, because a lot of the pay-per-views are starting an hour earlier than you expect now, and this has happened a lot to people, and some people just haven't noticed yet. It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I did that. I checked multiple sources, and I kept getting conflicting information. And I think that has to do with the pre-show, because sometimes the pre-show is 1 hour, sometimes it's 2 hours, and sometimes it just goes on indefinitely.
Well, also if you go to WWE,
and WWE, they started running like a live pre-show countdown around 1 p.m. my time here in Houston. And they ran it for like 45 minutes just to like throw another curveball into the mix. It's just like a scattershot.
They also,
and nobody knows what time to actually turn their television on.
They give you West Coast time and East Coast time too. They don't give you your time there, so that's the other weird thing. So that, I think that kind of messes you up too. It messed me up.
Yeah, because when they're not on the West Coast gets a tape delay. So they don't have it usually live. So you get it live. It's just at an earlier time for you. Instead of, watching it at 8, you're watching it at 7, like you said. So it being there, you figure it'd be at your time, but everything started earlier to coincide with East Coast. So,
bro, I want to say I really appreciate your call, buddy. Thank you so much for the call. Had to let you go.
Marco.
Let's catch up.
Shit bomb.
Marco, thanks. Yeah.
Joe, can you review the Mark Henry special on Patreon?
I will do that, Joe Compton. I haven't seen it yet. If there's a new one, but I'd love to watch it, so I'll check it out. Joe Compton, the Renegade, chiming in again. Thank you for the $5 again, Joe Compton. I'll look at that, and I'll try to get it up on Patreon for you guys. I should be back to normal this week on Patreon with a lot of stuff, and I am going to play some of the Corrupted podcast for you guys. 2-hour show, one of the best ones we've done. I thought top 15.
I saw a lot of great feedback. So
yeah, I had huge numbers on Patreon, guys. Got to become a patron. The link is down below.
Saying it was one of the best, and like ratings through the roof.
Here we go.
I think it's the best with the 4 of us so far.
You think Trips unsuspends Becky to get VKM feud going?
Yeah.
Trips tells VKM he's being unfair. This then gets CO Control feud VKM, aka Batista versus H-Mania.
Yeah, I mean, Fade to Black, yeah, I think when we said that, like, originally, we were like, well, this kind of sets up, if Vince does some more psychotic things or whatever, not psychotic, but I mean, does some more wild things, Triple H and Stephanie are like, she apologized to us, that's what we wanted, and you still did this, and now you're doing this and these things, and then they're like going to take over and become the faces to take over from the evil old Vince, I don't know, it seems like they are setting that up. Can't say 100% though, but it does feel like it. Good idea if it is.
It's me.
Hey Joe, I just took a poopy and found $4.
Oh God.
Illuminati Chamber sucked and WWE's raciest should have let Kofi Kingston win. I give it 100 out of 10.
A 100 out of 10 from Tommy NC 2010. Thank you, Tommy NC.
Like you said, he pooped and he found $4, so it makes sense.
I get it, man. Thank you, Tommy. I hope. Did you find any quarters? You know how much McDonald's Tommy could buy if he just stuck his hand up his ass and dug the quarters out of there? He'd be fucking rip roaring and ready to go.
You piece of shit.
Piece of shit. So what would you give the show tonight, Jake? I don't think I've asked you that yet.
I was really kind of flippant, honestly.
Me too.
And I'm still trying to, like, in my head, you know, I don't want to be too critical and people, oh, you're never happy. But that, honestly, I was entertained more often than not. And
yeah,
going off of that, I'd probably say a 6.5.
Yeah, see, I think I'd give it a 5, maybe a 5.5. I'd say I'd give it
probably even a 6. I mean,
a somewhat interested 5.5 is what I would give it. You know, like, and I could understand if somebody gave it a 7. I can understand if somebody gave it a 4. I'd probably say 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can see where you're coming from, but I'm giving it probably around a 5. But like a kind of like a could have been a lot worse 5. You know, sort of like a that kind of sucked, but there was some interesting shit that happened, but you know, like, so it was blah, and it was kind of what we thought it was.
The wrestling was good. I mean, the stories weren't fantastic, but the wrestling was really solid.
Yeah, it was a good. It's wrestling wise, it was like 7-10.
Yeah,
nothing else really happened though. 5-10.
Not bad to give the night a 6. I mean, like you said, nothing major newsworthy going on. I mean, there were title changes, but they didn't feel monumental.
Right.
Didn't feel next level. Finn winning, I should be ecstatic with him being one of my favorites, but I'm not. I'm just not motivated or moved by it. I'm hopeful that this leads to him for, you know, heading towards bigger and better things, kind of like a refresh for his character.
Wouldn't you have rather seen Dean Ambrose or somebody like that with the belt give it up to Finn in a ladder match at WrestleMania or something like that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That would have been more ideal. I don't care for Bobby Lashley at all. Lio Rush is a good wrestler, but in his current form doesn't do much for me.
I think at least they did something. I feel like they've been doing okay, but yeah, it's nothing. You really won't remember it, but they tried. They tried something. So I give it a 6 out of 10.
The IC match, I don't feel like they tried. I feel like that was so.
No, I don't think they tried with that. No, I agree with you.
Yeah,
the match,
that was so expected.
But
other things they did legitimately try with. I feel like they tried with both chamber matches, and those were supposed to be the focal point of the night. The Miz and Shane, you know, I originally had cast them as losing tonight, losing the belts to lead towards them having a feud. And
Shane did jump off the top rope. He went through a table. That was kind of cool. I mean, we've seen it a million times, so it's kind of like...
So many times now, but it is one of those things where it has become iconic in a sense, you know, vintage, as Cole would say. So
right.
Yeah, the Rousey match was disappointing, but not as disappointing as... You know, I shouldn't even say disappointing, but as infuriating as the Braun Strowman match segment, whatever you want to call it.
At least it was quick, but it was just, dude, that was bathroom. That was #bathroom break. Everybody was getting up and leaving during that shit. By the way, subscribe down below or a fucking child is going to see their cat get hit by a car tomorrow. So let's
yeah.
I don't know why I said that, but my bad.
Yeah.
Fucking no chubbies. Whatever the fuck. I don't know. Whatever you call cats.
Chubbies.
Chubbies is gone. 62,038 subs. So appreciate you guys putting us over the hill tonight. 62,038 subs. 6 years of this, dude. Just for the fun of it, earlier I posted this. Probably a good amount of you guys saw this, but I went back on my 6 years on YouTube. Doing wrestling at least, and I couldn't help it, but I went and found my old Elimination Chamber. I think the first official Elimination Chamber review I ever did, which was of course back in was it 2013? This was February 2013. Watch how hilarious this is.
Love the intro.
Show. I'm Joe Cronin. Today on the show, we're talking WWE Elimination Chamber 2013. Stick around. Oh my God! No, but watch this. This is the best part when I come up to the
Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber.
Dude, if I saw, I'd be like, "What a fucking fag! Like, what a loser! What is this guy? What a stupid idiot!" Is ready?
Chamber.
WWE Elimination Chamber was last night. Today is Monday. Last night, of course, must have been Sunday, and that's why I ordered the pay-per-view for the Elimination Chamber itself. But look, I'm wearing the same necklace.
Hell yeah.
That fucking necklace will never die. This thing is fucking legendary, dude.
Indestructible.
This will not go away. It will not go dude. Look at that elimination chamber. Like Sheamus, John Cena, Big Show, like CM Punk. I think I see his tattoo work there. Yeah, that was a big one. That was a CM Punk one. Yeah, that was a crazy one. That's so funny though. What a loser.
Daniel Bryan is the fourth star to ever win the chamber more than once in their career. He joins John Cena, Triple H, and Edge.
Wow.
So that's quite the stat.
That's pretty cool, especially when you take 2.5 years off.
Yeah, you figure you retire and able to come back. And then they're also saying how Lio Rush had a babyface turn, but I don't consider that a turn.
What?
With him getting attacked?
Who?
Lio Rush.
Who? By who?
Bobby Lashley. After
Oh
their
God,
match.
that happened, dude! I left the room.
Did you? Oh yeah. So Lio Rush.
I missed that.
It was very quick. Lio Rush is kind of recovering after getting pinned by Finn Balor. You know, he takes the coup de grace, and you see Finn Balor quickly rush out of the ring as Bobby Lashley goes to try and attack him again. And then from there, Lio Rush is in the corner, and you start to see Bobby Lashley pick him up. Looks like he's going to attack him, grabs him by the throat, and then drops him down. Like, no, I'm not going to hit you. I'm not going to hit you. Goes to walk away, and the fans start booing, and then all of a sudden he turns and just, drives Lio Rush to the mat. And you can just see him infuriated, and then he walks up the ramp and leaves. So,
wow.
The fans were chanting, one more time, and all. It was a funny moment, but yeah.
No idea. I missed it.
Yeah, he was definitely irate and infuriated that he lost the IC title, especially with not being pinned. So, I'm curious if they're going to go right into the immediate rematch angle or what. But
that's a good point. Yeah, I don't know.
Because I know he's not owed a rematch, but since he didn't technically lose the belt himself, he was not directly pinned. I'm sure they'll find a way to have us rehash this forever. I just don't want to see this carry on much longer.
No.
I wish this was it.
Yeah, a lot of these things need to move.
It's welcome. It's past the date of expiration.
A lot of these things really need to move. I promised you guys I would play some of the Corrupted podcasts from last night, and I will do that. Jake, is there anything else you wanted to mention before we move to that?
No, I am somewhat inclined to say I'm curious to see what happens on Raw tomorrow. I don't know if Becky will be there or not, if they'll have her come back. I mean, that's kind of the focal point of all the feuds right now. And I'm curious about the health of Seth Rollins. So definitely a noticeable absence without him being on the pay-per-view. So
yeah, and one thing, it was shorter, but we've all wanted shorter. So
Super chat.
It's kind of like, well, we wanted that.
Nia versus the pod won, lol.
Yeah, it did. And also Old School. Thanks, Old School. Also, Kofi Kingston, man, he went head first. I think they thought maybe the pod was going to break, and it just waffled that thing. Like, he killed that thing. All right, Jake.
I hope with Finn they turn this, not only is it, a thing for him to be rewarded for all the hard work he's done, but I hope they turn it back into, the workhorse title. Like, the U.S. title is supposed to be on SmackDown.
Right.
I hope it starts getting defended regularly on Raw, and we start having another, TV title again. That's my hopes, because we really haven't gotten much of that from Lashley.
I almost don't even care. I feel so lost on all that now, because it's like every time they do that, it's like they ruin it anyway after 6 months.
Yeah.
So even though I agree with you, I want to see that stuff happen, it's like I almost feel just like I kind of gave up on it almost, because just they always are going to ruin it again. So
I'm tired of the AEW stuff coming up all the time, honestly. I know we haven't even seen anything from them yet, as far as in-ring action goes. We know all these guys can perform well. I mean, it's not, we've seen them perform elsewhere, so it's not new, but as a company itself, I'm just overly tired of hearing all the fans, oh, they gave him the belt tonight so he doesn't go to AEW. They gave the Usos the belt so they don't go to AEW.
Yeah.
Just giving them a championship is not going to be enough to keep them in the company if they're that unhappy.
Yeah, look at the
realistically, if they're being offered more money to go elsewhere, just giving you a title reign is not enough to keep you.
Look at the Revival's comments, we complain long enough, you might get something.
You might get something, yeah.
Coop the Humpster Broski. Holy shit.
I actually enjoyed the main event. I think having Kofi in that spot made the Cinderella sorry more believable. The match actually had my attention.
Me too.
Even though I knew Bryan was going to win, they had me thinking I could be Wong.
I could be Wong. What the fuck? I just heard that. Gook the Humpster Broski. What the fuck? Oh my god, dude. No, but you're right. I mean, they did the same thing to me. You know, it's like they actually had me thinking it for a second. Not really. I mean, if I had to bet money, I knew what I would bet on, but it was just they had me interested. So I agree with you. They did the same thing to me, and that's a pretty badass thing to be able to do to me in 2019.
Yeah.
All right, well, listen, Jake, I'll hang up on you, man. I'll let you go, and I'll see you tomorrow for the Monday Night Raw review, and then I'll be playing PUBG after that maybe as well. Not sure yet.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Hit me up, and everybody have a good night. Stay sexy, and I'll see you then for the Raw review. Take care.
Hit me up at CorruptedPod on Twitter, guys, and Jake is at CountdownEnded on Twitter. Thank you to Jake. Love you, buddy. And he is a beast for me on these shows. And now I'm going to give you guys a little listen into what happened on Corrupted last night. Remember, if you guys want to listen to Corrupted every week, it's $1 a month, $1 a month. And for $2 a month, you get the MP3 and the download on your phone or wherever you want to download it. We're on episode 87. So every week you can download the new episodes. Plus, if you're at a $5 a month tier, you get access to 30 hours of all my shit on Patreon that you can't hear on YouTube. It's non-wrestling stuff. It's talking about entertainment shit, political stuff, mostly comedy. And we're just fucking around, having fun with all the podcasts. The podcast with me and my wife, me and Leah's podcast, we're up to like episode 9 right now. Till Death Do Us podcast. It's a great time. People have said that's their favorite thing I do. Above wrestling now. Monetize this episode 200 is this Friday. So check that out. That's free. It's all free stuff there. But Patreon gives you 30 hours of bonus shit you can't hear on YouTube. And for $5 a month, you support my show. You keep me on YouTube. You guys know that YouTube doesn't pay shit anymore. They fuck me on all my shit, and they hate me. So, you know, it's a good way for me to make income, but it's also, you get a bunch of shit. You're not just donating $5 a month. You're getting 30 hours of content a month. My morning podcast and a bunch of shit. There's just so much shit to listen to on fucking Patreon when you go to it. You can download it on your phone. It's an app on your phone. Or you can go to the website on your browser pages, whatever you want to do. You just scroll down. There's a ton of shit. There's episode 87 of Corrupted. There's just so much shit, dude. My new song, my little suicide song, Dead for Christmas, kind of funny. It's supposed to be funny. We got 25 likes already on this. I mean, we're just killing it everywhere, man. There's so much shit, so much content that goes on here. Plus, I also post out when I put up a video on YouTube, so you get the alerts. A lot of people miss the alerts. And just tons of shit on the Patreon, of course. All right, there's I plugged it long enough. Enjoy some of this free sample. And I will see you guys tomorrow night for the Monday Night Raw review right here on the Joe Cronin Show.
Pussy polyps.
Oh my god, me too.
What, Tommy? It's 2 o'clock and the fucking wants to go gay, bro. And I'm like, you good coach, but he knows when to get rid of players. That about even a guy at home that's playing fucking Madden on his fucking Xbox knows to call a fucking timeout there.
Yeah. You're like, this guy should be in trouble for almost inciting race wars and shit.
Serious, man. That's what the fuck the actors they had on it were known after that, so they couldn't use the same actors. That's one of them.
I gotta find the right spot. That wasn't where I wanted to start it. It's somewhere around here.
That's true. Though.
No, yeah, no, he tried to get rid of him.
Legitimately tried.
Yeah,
Why?
He wanted to get rid of Brady.
To go with Garoppolo.
He wanted Garoppolo, yeah.
And then look,
the owner said no.
Quarterback for that Super Bowl.
A little bit different. It was weird,
right? And he was a little different in the playoffs. At home, that's playing fucking Madden.
I'm trying to find what we were talking about. We
Grand
Hawk Priest says, trying to find when we went to the questions on Patreon. Them blacks, dude. This guy should be in trouble for almost.
I thought I seen in the article that some hard.
What, like, we want to make progressive stuff. We want to make women.
Dog. I mean, I was like, you're not taking him. Like, he's staying here.
Joe cracked me up last night and monetized this because that.
Oh, here we go. I found it, guys. Here you go. I'm sorry. I'm a fucking idiot.
You got to move back on with the show, man. But I appreciate you calling tonight. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
Give us a scream, Tommy.
Call back, suck my cock, and say you're sorry in that order.
Tommy.
Patrol.
Joke.
I wasn't ruining it. I needed a red jacket because I was.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There's
Oh,
no
my
stains
God.
on my jacket.
Damn it, Tommy is hilarious.
What the?
Yeah, when King gives me a gift, I can't. No, I can't. I can't do this. I can't do
Whatever you
this.
want, Tommy. You want to ruin it? Go right ahead, bro. Joke.
I was.
I promise you guys, Tommy was only on the show for 10 minutes.
Ruining it. I needed a red jacket because I was.
All right, bye, Tommy.
All right, we'll see you, Tommy. See you later, Tommy. Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, listen, guys. You guys want to go to the questions? Everybody? You guys want to go to the questions we have?
Yes.
All right, let's go to corrupted questions. Here we go.
Yeah.
Pull them up here.
It's time for corrupted questions. So ask you, piece of shit. It's time for corrupted questions. Not anyone can ask. You gotta pay for it. It's time for corrupted questions. Corrupted questions.
What the fuck is
It's time
this?
for corrupted questions. I'm gonna kill someone today. Gonna kill someone.
Yeah. What? Wait, what?
Corrupted questions. Corrupted questions.
All right. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Gonna kill somebody.
Corrupted questions. All right, so let's go to the first one. It's from the. I can't believe I recorded that. The Great Deity. Which do you think is more sad, Starving Children or Minnesota Vikings podcast?
Makes me want to come over there and smell your fucking prostate.
You piece of shit.
My God, bro.
What a question. Who asked that?
That is the Great Deity.
Dude, God bless the great deity.
That is funny.
It's such a great question.
Because that fucking.
I'm gonna have to go with Vikings podcast.
Pretty
wow.
fucking big. No.
What is more sad, Casey Anthony killing her kids or Vikings podcast?
Oh my God.
What's
Wow.
worse, 9/11 or his podcast?
I think it's podcast.
What's worse, the Holocaust or his podcast?
You know, oh my
At least
God.
the people in 9/11 had the option to jump out of the
Thermonuclear
building.
war or his podcast.
You know, the next time they fake the moon landing, they're going to use miniatures and paint his head gray.
Yo, his clan was so pissed at me, bro. His cousin got on, started coming at me, bro. I was dying, dude.
What's
God.
worse, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, or his podcast?
He was, what's worse, thermonuclear war or no? He was pretty mad at me, bro. And then all of his boys were mad too, bro. He had fucking they all calling us up like,
Well, like 5 people?
yeah, dude.
You know what the issue is over there? Is Vikings is such an arrogant, cocky fuck.
You know, he went to
on
bat
that
for us,
show.
though. You know, he did go to bat for us. I got to say that about
That's
him.
fine.
He
But,
he does love us, man.
Yeah, I
Tremendous.
I know
yeah.
that, but I'm just saying, like, when he does his show, he's like, all right, motherfuckers,
Yeah.
say something to me and I'm going to fucking kill you.
Yeah, he does come off. Dude, you should have heard his phone call to me this morning. If you guys would have heard it, I think he would have did the same thing I did tonight because he just was last night. He's like, yeah, you know, LA Beast wants us to do a 24-hour stream. We're going to do it. I'm going to get him on. I'm like, whoa, dude. Like, yeah, the day before he was like, you know, all humbled about shit and like talking to me about, oh, I really want to be on episode 200 and shit, which I felt bad for him because he really desperately wants to be on. And then the next day it was a whole different person. I was like, wow, that was fucking weird, man. I was like, wow.
Joe cracked me up last night and monetized this because that was being talked about. Like the LA Beast was in there, and Joe was like, "You mean LA Republican?"
Yeah, I know.
Oh
I
my
started
God.
dying when I heard that too.
That was
I was laughing
the answer
myself.
is Minnesota's podcast.
Minnesota's podcast.
You piece of shit.
JP Giles, how do you feel about small dogs, Yorkies?
I'd fuck him.
Yikes.
Wiener dogs. I personally love bulldogs, but what do you guys think? Well, that's bulldogs are pretty cool, but a lot of those dogs you just described are for homos.
Like if I could pick what kind of a dog I would want, Rotties are pretty fucking cool dogs. But I gotta say, give me a good old fashioned border collie.
You want my dog? You want to fucking take my dog?
I had border collie my whole life, man. He lived 18 years.
Oh,
man.
right. You did tell me that. That's true.
Yeah, he lived 18 years, bro. He's black and white.
Yep.
He's fucking had the white swoosh coming down his nose like yours. Like they all got that same kind of outline of the black.
That dog had the funniest fucking attitude.
Oh
I've
my
ever
god!
seen
Yeah,
a
you
dog,
could walk up to him and you could just look at him, Joe. And if you looked at him and you like put your hand like at him from across the room and you went like that to him, he'd start going. I'd look at you like from across the room. It's the funniest shit. But he would never bite anybody.
Well, the weird thing about like border collies is like their whole thing is to like please us. Like they just want to like, what do you want me to do?
Man. He used to like lick my balls and shit and make sure like they would.
Well, they would. Oh yeah. Oh, the vet was telling me the other day. Telling Leah. She's like, yeah, you know, with the black lab, you're gonna need treats to get it to do things, whereas the border collie just wants to do it for free. You know.
I also had a black lab after my border collie died. I got a black lab.
That's so weird because it's
right.
Like, dude, what is
Tell
up
him,
with that?
Tell him, dude.
Yes. And the weird thing about the black lab was it almost never panted.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Never.
It was the weirdest fucking thing, man.
She was such a great dog, though, man. She was so smart. She would jump in the fucking water, bro. Like they really love the water. Those dogs, like they love the fucking water.
Oh
like,
God, I can't wait to take her to a lake.
Like that,
actually
will jump right in the water, bro. We'll jump right in the water, even if you didn't train it to. It will go right in the water.
Wow.
I actually had a miniature schnauzer who lived 14 years.
Fuck him.
Oh, come on, man.
Schnauzer.
I had his mother, the border collie's mother.
Yeah.
You know what my sister called? You know what I had his mother as a kid.
Go find
that was
a
my
duck,
first
you
dog.
schnauzer.
No, listen. His mother's name was Cinnamon, right? And she was a border collie mix with like a shepherd or whatever.
Oh
and
God.
I used to let this border collie mix come in my backyard, and little did I know this dog was banging my dog when I would let him come into the backyard. And then a couple of months later, we get a litter of dogs, which we gave to all my cousins and family members. So like my border collie's brothers and sisters stayed in the family for all those years. He was the last one left. He was the oldest one, 18 years old.
That's
and he outlived all of them.
And then every year, once a year, they'd all get together and have an orgy with all the dogs. They'd fuck all the dogs.
Dude, this dog had epileptic seizures and still lived till 18 years old. Like,
they're crazy, man. They just want to work, man. They'll work themselves to death.
Dude, he was a great dog, man. He really was, man. Great fucking dog.
Dude, my schnauzer actually had audible farts.
Oh, it would, wouldn't it?
Like, if you could be near my dog Jack, you would hear like a.
That's awesome. That's how Buster is. That's how the dog that I had at the house that I was out before this one, my mother wouldn't let me leave with the dog. She was like, he's staying here. And I'm like, he's my dog. And my mom was like, you're not taking him. Like, he's staying here. And I'm like, what? So she made me leave him there, which I was upset about. But, you know, she didn't want him to go away because she was like, you know, you're not going to be here. And your father can't protect us. He's fucking too old. So, like, the dog at least being there makes my mother feel comfortable. So I had to leave him. That's why I got this little rugrat that I got now. This little fucking Mexican little fuck that I have. And he's gay. And my dog is gay. The little Mexican guy that I live with now, he's gay. 100% confirmed he's gay. Like, I come home and his whole cock is in his mouth. Like, a normal dog.
Oh, what the fuck?
Licks the tip or something, or like whatever they do, clean themselves or whatever. Like, you're licking the tip.
Is that how he cleans his
This
dick?
guy
He
is
blows
deep-throating. He's deep-throating his own
Well, that's
dick.
not gay. That's just getting yourself.
Oh, no, it's fucking so gay because he tries to hump Buster when I bring Buster over to sleep over. The big dog, he goes over and tries to hump him all the time.
Get him neuter?
Oh, confirmed.
His balls are gone, dude. They're gone, and he still fucking wants to go gay, bro. And I'm like, I love him, and I'm like, you're my little gay boy, you little gay ass. It's all right. We love you, little gay fucker.
Somebody clip that for me, please.
You little gay fucker. You little gay. Oh, you.
This next one is from Chris Van Buskirk. What's up, Chris? Have you ever considered doing a meet and greet? We have a meet and greet style session for JCS community. Perhaps a JCS community event for, we'll probably do it at WrestleMania, event for a cause close to you or perhaps a certain reason. I personally would love this. I think it's something that could bring the community closer. Thank you.
Yeah, let's do a meet, greet, suck, and fuck with some of your favorite YouTubers.
And it will be for AIDS awareness. AIDS awareness.
AIDS awareness.
And I will blow JB.
I want to do a meet, greet, and then add 2 more to that, and a suck and a fuck at the end.
Honestly, dude, I'm going to be working the next fucking 5 months on trying to blow up the other channel, and if I can get more subs, and we could possibly go do some shows live, that'd be great. But I think we got to get a little more people. But no doubt about it, we definitely thought about it a million times. And I mean, going down to WrestleMania a couple years ago, I met so many people. It's fucking awesome. Prayish Muhamdar with the next question. So he's a piece of shit.
You piece of shit.
Yes, we are all pieces of
What's the most boring TV series you guys had to be forced to watch because of your
Frasier.
wives? What?
Frasier.
I like Frasier though.
Oh wait, with the wives? Is
Yeah,
that what
like
it
your.
was?
Oh
Yeah.
man, I can answer this one for you guys because I know into the whole
Can
wife.
I answer it for you?
Yeah, what?
This Is Us?
Oh, that fucking show. I know it's like a tearjerker for women because it's like the whole family thing, and they get like all emotional when they look back at like when it goes back in time in the show. And, oh my God, like get a fucking grip. That show is like one of the worst fucking shows on TV, and women love it. I don't know why they love it, but they do. That's definitely one of the shows. You all right, Mike? And the other one is How to Get Away with Murder. And ER, not ER. What's it called? Grey's Anatomy. That fucking thing too.
That show's.
Grey's Anatomy. My wife makes you watch Grey's Anatomy. Everybody's fucking each other. Everybody's putting dildos in each other in the fucking show. It's like, what happened to
But you never get to see Grey's Anatomy. In other words, if it's going to call Grey's Anatomy, can I see a pussy, please?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Anatomy.
That show might as well be called "If My Wife Watches This, 60% chance she cheats."
I got to be honest. I'm a selfish motherfucker, so I watch what I want to fucking watch. You know what I mean?
Well,
like
I'm
I've been
lucky
watching Punisher, and my wife hates it, but I'm like, no.
You're the one doing it to her.
Show, bro.
Yeah.
Leah doesn't do any of this shit to me. I don't have to watch none of this shit. Leah watches cool shit, so I don't have to worry about it.
Leah watches like Star Trek.
I could tell you the worst thing that my ex-girlfriend made, because it was all that type of shit, like Nip Tuck and all these things, like where it was clearly just about like how you want to be a whore. I don't know.
Right. Well, my wife was just watching. I didn't even know they remade the show. Remember the show Temptation Island?
Yeah. Yep.
She was just watching it.
It's on
today,
after
the new
Raw.
one.
It's on after fucking.
Oh, is that?
Both
Yeah.
the plane.
Oh, that's right.
Both
USA.
the plane. Both the plane.
And I said to it today, there was like a guy that was like waiting for his girlfriend to cheat, and then he was gonna fucking cheat. I'm like, let me tell you something right now, because his girlfriend was like grinding her ass on a dude's dick. As soon as I saw that, I told my wife, if I saw you do that, I said from that point on, you'd never see him in the show ever again, because they wouldn't be able to air me just face fucking chicks left and right, just tonsil fucking chicks, like just coming in their eyes and their teeth and their gums and their asshole on their tits.
Man, it's funny you saying that, because I remember me and Shannon don't get into fights much, but when we do, it's a brawl, right? And like, I remember getting in a fight with her one time, and she was like, I'll fucking leave. And I'm like, you know what? Go ahead and fucking leave. You want to leave? I'll take the kids. I'm like, take the kids and leave. I said, I'll have a nice apartment. I'll have fucking money. And I'll be fucking probably some 21-year-olds. So go ahead and take the kids.
Oh my God!
And I said that right to her, and she thought about it for a second. I said, "Think about it. Think."
I've said,
"Think about it right now. Think about it. Really, just sit there and think." Right? And I'm feeling now. And then it was, "I'm sorry, big dog. You're right."
Oh my God! What the
That's how
fuck?
it went down, bro. That's how
That makeup sex session.
Big dog.
Why? Makeup sex is the best, dude. Why is it the best? It
Don't
is
get
so
that.
good to makeup sex, dude. I always heard people saying, "Oh, makeup sex is the best," and I always thought to myself before I was like in a relationship like that, like I always thought, like, yeah, you're just saying that. Come on, like makeup sex is the best. There's no difference. No, there. Why is makeup sex the best,
dude?
Primal rage.
Yeah, why is it like that, dude? It's fucking
human nature, dude.
I guess
Yeah, it
so,
is.
dude.
It
I mean,
is.
it's just
like
weird.
I said, you're gonna have a stronger relationship because of that. And going back to my ex, there was like 70 shows that I had to watch with her that sucked. And it's so weird. Somebody in the chat just brought up one of them, and it haunts my dreams. Project Runway, and I was dating her.
Oh yeah, I couldn't watch.
Dude, I was dating her in that year, 2003 to 2006. And it was like the fucking, remember the guy like, "Hello guys, are you finished?"
Oh, that's
your
the guy.
fucking-"
My wife hates when I do this. Let me tell you something. I just want to come down here and I want to suck each and every one of your cocks.
3 minutes left, guys.
What's his
You have 3 minutes
guy's
left.
name again?
I don't remember, but you're not done. That zipper is
Listen,
the zipper is sideways.
understand that.
Clifford.
Dude, he looks at guys and like they're fucking steaks.
Yeah, he does. He looks at them like, oh, I'd like to try out his marinade.
The fat gay guy won that year. The first year, I think. He was hot. He was hot.
Hey, have you guys ever heard of that show?
This guy.
Where they
There he is.
They take this guy and they like fool him into thinking it's like a reality show, but really it's a show to fool him. And
Joe
Joe
Schmo, right?
Have you guys ever seen that show?
Yeah, it's an amazing show.
Dude, that show was great, wasn't it, man?
The problem is you can only do it once, right?
Yeah, because like the actors they had on it were known after that, so they couldn't use the same actors. That's number one. Number two, it was like kind of like now they know Joe Schmo existed before. This guy was brought on. There was no show before him, but then they did it a second time, and the guy caught on at the end of the show of what was going on. So it kind of like is like you can't do it now because people catch on.
Yeah, Joe Millionaire was pretty good.
Yeah, that was good, man.
Oh,
I'll tell you, there's kind of two with Quiche. I'm sure there's many more, but the two that come to my mind, one of them is that Chip and Joanne show. The
what?
It's the show where they like redo people's houses.
Oh my god!
I know
exactly what you're talking about. Fucking bullshit.
Flip this cunt.
And then the one that, like, when it comes on, I literally just want to punch holes in the wall is Gilmore Girls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, God.
I can understand that one though.
My God.
At least I can understand that one a little bit. Like, but I don't watch it. But I mean, I get like why girls like that show.
I mean, there's obvious ones. Of course, she does watch that fucking Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but I can't stomach that.
Oh God, no, that's the
so
one,
I just
dude.
leave.
That or Chris Chrisley would make me want to murder somebody.
Dude, let me tell you something.
What?
Here it comes. I actually like that show.
Well,
Chris
JB,
Chrisley knows best.
Ugh.
Let me tell you something, man. At least
I think the guy is actually funny.
At least you don't have to deal with this.
Let's move on to Lorenzo. Lorenzo says, been asked this. Okay, probably been asked this a lot, but in your opinion, I will read the words, you spell it that way. Do you think the Patriots would still be a dominant force once Brady and Belichick retire? Coming from a salty Cowboys fan. Prayer for Joe's headphones. Lorenzo, I think the Patriots are less successful without Brady, but still successful with Belichick, because we've seen that kind of happen with Belichick and a different quarterback. So, but yeah, both of them gone. It's a whole new game.
I was just saying today that not only is Belichick a good coach, but he knows when to get rid of players. He knows when that time has come.
Right.
Look at fucking Nate Solder, dude. He got rid of Nate Solder. The guy's a piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think that guy only works on the Patriots.
That's the other thing,
like,
though.
That's the type of player he was.
I think he could have stayed on the Patriots and still been okay.
Yeah, honestly, I think he would have still been good. And that goes that way for some of their quarterbacks that have left and went to other teams and been shitted on. I think in the Patriots, the way that they play and the setup that they have, it suits a lot of players that wouldn't do well other places here better for some reason.
He lets go with so many people that are like.
But Mike, look at it this way: these guys he brings in, these little white wide receivers and these little fucking white fucking fucking fullbacks, and he's
Danny Amendola, dude,
and these fucking guys that he finds out there that on any other team they're not even throwing the ball to that dude.
Yeah.
But on fucking Patriots, these guys shine. Like, remember that guy Whitehead?
Danny Woodhead.
Danny Woodhead, yeah.
The fucking white-headed cunt, whatever he is. The fucking guy marched all over everybody.
This guy was 5'7" or something.
Oh, fuck, dude. How they find him?
Danny Amendola? Danny Amendola's like 5'10".
Yeah, but at least Amendola had success in Miami. Danny Woodhead was like, what, this runt fuck? And then he was killing it.
Yeah, dude, killing it.
It was like...
Does Belichick really know when to get rid of certain guys, though?
I don't know.
Like, tried to get rid of Brady.
Yeah, when the
last
money gets too much.
He tried to get rid of Brady.
Is that the truth, though?
No, he tried to get rid of him.
He legitimately tried.
Yeah, he wanted to get rid of Brady.
He wanted to go with Garoppolo.
He wanted Garoppolo, yeah.
And then look,
the owner said no.
Let me ask you this. Does Garoppolo go down in New England?
No.
Yeah, but listen,
like he did in San Fran.
Let me tell you something. He's making the right decision for that franchise. And if the owner would have let him do it, it probably would have been the right decision.
What do you really think they would have won a Super Bowl with Garoppolo?
Yeah, I think that nucleus.
Come on.
I really do. I think that nucleus is
Yeah,
so
he played
good.
one game.
I got news for you. I bet you Belichick is here after Brady is gone, and I bet you he wins another Super Bowl on his own.
Well, I'm not disputing that. I'm
That'd be
just saying,
awesome.
like, you can't say that Jimmy Garoppolo would have won a Super Bowl with the team they had last year.
I just feel like you could plug basically any quarterback that's serviceable into that position, and the Patriots will still win.
So,
I don't know, man.
let's move on to.
Man, look at this year. That Super Bowl was really low scoring. You didn't need a great quarterback for that Super Bowl.
No, but you needed a great
Serviceable
defensive
guy.
coordinator.
You needed a good serviceable guy to win that Super Bowl.
Maybe
right there.
another quarterback throws worse picks or something though. You never know, but you're
Yeah,
right.
you're right. I mean, listen, it's all.
Dude, I want to. I kind of wanted Garoppolo. I saw him in that one game, and I went, "Damn."
Over 50 million views. You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show. The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
See you guys tomorrow night for the Monday Night Raw review.